music as well.
I keep forgetting to put background music on, and I can't be asked to search it anymore. I gave up long ago.
That's probably tickled to death.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's mainly just to fill in like dead air, really.
Shut up.
Yeah.
For a change.
We never
Wait.
shut up.
Wolfie, I thought your background music was an overexcited cat.
Yeah, cut off when it is Rue.
Ow.
I think Rue's upstairs.
Now and again, yes. Yeah, and Wolfie's cat's getting cradled
It's like,
pissed
what the
off
fuck
now.
did we walk into?
Nah, she's upstairs, I think.
No, I mean, did anyone ever watch this at the start of the
No,
day?
everyone knows exactly what it is. If you expected normal, why are you here?
Indeed.
Clearly you're new. I've used that line twice this week, jeez. Trials of Dreaming Disaster Part 2.
Excuse my sniffing. I
No.
knew she's blocked.
I will not excuse it. Inexcusable!
Unforgivable. That's what you are.
Here I am trying to figure out what the grid ratio was for the ship, and it's because I just turned the grid off and I'm using the actual grids on the image.
Fair
Makes
enough.
sense. Grid, no grid. There we go.
We
no
don't
grid.
need
Grid,
no
grid, no
grid. I have actually remembered, by the way, to upgrade the power of my cantrip. Which I apparently hadn't done, but I also hadn't used, so it was fine.
And if
Before
you've
we
had a
s-
long rest,
Yeah, I was going to say.
you know
I was
what
about
that
to say.
means.
I think we
I
are
was about-
in the process of going to get a long
Yeah,
rest. Depends
yeah,
if it gets
but-
interrupted or something.
No, yeah, go ahead and everyone gain the benefits of a long rest.
Go.
Assuming that's
I
what
was
the party
meaning
wants
about
to do.
Wolfie will now be, well, soon
Yeah,
be attuned.
Yes, that's the main one. Of Alvina is unattuning from the golden ogre bracelet things,
Go.
whatever they were. Not the golem. The what are they called? Braces of defense. That was it.
Hey, Grant, do you want a new spell in your thing, or do you want to keep the same?
I will keep the spider climbs I have, if you don't mind.
Not a bad shout.
Okay, they've been reset then.
And Alvina now
Cool.
has Smoldress's
do it.
hammer.
I do it on a long rest. I basically reset the spell storing.
Spider Gwent.
Does that work?
Spider Gwent.
There we
look at
go.
that. 60
Oh.
days left until Mass Heal is back.
Yeah, that was it. There was nothing special on Smoldress's hammer for the actual just attacks. It's got a different ability. By the way, actually, Chris,
Yes.
the explosive rage ability.
Yes.
Do I have to hit with the hammer to get that bonus damage? Or does it double the damage of the weapon I'm using, just generally? So if I'm in that rage mode and swinging with the sword, does it just do an extra 1d8 bludgeoning and 2d6 fire? Or is it...
In theory, if trying to think how the rest of the items work, it should just be a case of, so long as you're attuned to it, it gives you the person that. So I would assume it applies to other items, which may come back to haunt me in the future. But hey, there's a reason why it's a limited ability.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
there are some like items that will give you disadvantage on stuff if you don't use that, like if it's a cursed item or something.
This one just gives me disadvantage to attacks while using that ability. So
Yeah, see, it's this thing, like the positive benefits of weapons that give like the player like, oh, you get an additional attack, or you can like do additional this. It doesn't ever restrict it to the weapon.
Yeah.
It just gives you just have to be attuned to that weapon and presumably holding or touching that weapon to activate the ability.
Yeah. It's why I was wondering if it's supposed to be, because I know it's basically copy pasted from the monster stat sheet. I was wondering if it was does weapon damage again, or if it does this weapon's damage on top of it. So I'm fine with this. Yay!
But anyway, are we all ready to play some D&D?
Yeah.
I believe so. And I think the time has just run out as well. So
Yeah, it has.
And someone just left the Roll20. Bob's dead.
Every time. Then, without much further ado, welcome back everyone to another exciting episode of Alterra, the Shattered Altsphere.
Woo!
Episode 50, Big 5-0.
5-0.
For this week's session, Trails of Dreaming Disaster. Part 1.
Hell yeah.
The players
unknown
previously
unknown.
managed to free Fukyu from their predicament.
Predicament.
It was technically a predicament.
Mm-hmm.
Survived their encounter with the Einsmerst, who proved to be quite a formidable foe.
Yeah, hit everyone with Alvina's ability. Also realised I've got slashing instead of fire written on my weapon. Give me a sec.
Met the head of the dock guards, Vanessa Steelhand,
I like her.
who
You would.
very polarizing opinions among the party.
I like her. Zombie hates her.
Fuck you didn't give a shit because he was very tired and hungry.
You got bacon.
The players,
I'll take him.
has come to my, at least as my understanding, and players feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, have returned to the ship,
Mhm.
docked in the harbor of Shadow, the Shadow Docks,
Mhm.
and have attempted to gain the benefits, and have gained the benefits of a long rest.
Yay. That's actually a point. Gwent, do those temp hit points go away at the end of a long rest? Or are they,
They
24
usually
hour
do,
thing?
yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yes.
It's usually-
They do.
usually
I
lo-
assumed
lasts
they
until-
did. I just wanted to check.
I mean, 10 hit points usually reset overnight.
I was wondering if it was a 24-hour one, or if it was a
Hmm.
long rest like most are.
And before we get into what each of the characters is doing as they dream or meditate or go about their day, maybe we'll have a little scene just before you head to bed. But before that, let's do a quick round check. We don't have the point of the day, but we do have Wolfie
Howdy!
playing Alvina because they never update their Roll20. Zoya,
Hi.
Fuck you.
Discord, it's
Hello there.
Gwent Mossmile,
Also, howdy, but a lower energy version.
Ultimaster Lou,
Hey.
and I'm Chris McKenzie. I will be your DM for today. So, let's get into it then. We return to the what is it, Dawnriser now?
Mm-hmm.
Probably put the name on this map somewhere.
Oh, is it?
I mean, probably would help.
That would help me.
Top center. Big block capitals.
I mean, there's plenty of space at the top. Could just put a nice little tile.
Mhm.
That's once I finish the shipbuilding mechanics. At some point, we're gonna have to pick what's on the actual flag.
Yeah.
I have the idea for the
Oh,
flag.
that's an idea. Well, feel free to share it amongst the other players, and I'll draft something up. Also, you can customize your sails, but if they're
It's-
sails, I don't know what more you want.
We will have a question
Yeah,
mark
nice,
on the
pretty
sail.
design.
We will have
Yeah.
a white sail with a black question mark in the middle of it.
Giant
I
middle
actually have
finger.
to, it's been a while since I've been on this map. It's,
Yeah.
gotta get rid of one of the gold golems. Unfortunately, which gold golem would you like to have died?
It was Bob's one, which
Yeah.
was
Would have been the first one.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, one of them actually died?
Yeah, remember
Yeah.
it got blown up by the spider when Bob was being carried by it.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, unfortunately melted into gold ashes, or gold slag.
Fell down a hole.
And we also need to get rid of a couple of characters. Goodbye, Fate.
Yep. I have gone
Abby
back.
is still away on vacation.
Yep. I have gone back to my room.
Jones does have an updated character model, so I'll do that at some point. Asset Sin is also good.
Oh, and Sodoff is
Um,
bigger as well.
And Sodoff is one size bigger. Oh, what a growing boy.
Good on you.
And then I think that's pretty much it. Is it just Jones I need to eventually add to the map? I'll do that later because that's not relevant right now. So the rest of the party, feel free to move yourself around the map for aesthetics taste.
I think, Bob, I think Drax might be stealing stuff from your room.
He's supposed to be in the lab. There
He's
you go.
not coming back.
He's in the lab.
No, he's in the lab. He's on the ship still.
Yeah, Drax is on the ship. That's where he is.
Yeah, he never left.
He never left the ship. He hangs out in the labs and does all of Zormir's research work for him while Zormir's off adventuring.
I've also just realised
Oh,
that
so
Sodok...
is Drax Zormir's intern?
Sure. Let's go with that for now when he's not in
I
the
feel
same
like
room.
Zormir is Drax's intern.
That might be...
Unfortunately for Zormir, I'm pretty sure Drax is a much more encyclopedic, Cthulian knowledge than he is an Aboleth.
Yeah, but in Zormir's mind, he's at least thinking that they're colleagues.
Yeah.
It might not be reciprocated, but
Yeah. Actually, I think, in Zomir's
It
mind,
makes
they're
you feel
colleagues. In
better.
Drax's mind, Zomir's an experiment.
I mean, that's probably like all of us. He just
Yeah.
thinks we're experiments.
No, I think he's given up on me already.
Maybe.
Never give up on Alvina.
No, I think he gave up on Alvina's mental capacity shortly after meeting Alvina.
First 2
As
minutes
you
kind of
all
thing.
return to the ship, badly wounded and in need of relaxation, food, probably a wash, especially for Fukyu, and just some downtime R&R. What does the party do to lick their wounds? How do you spend your evening before you head to bed? Do you go straight to bed and just crash in? Do you attempt to use some of your remaining energy to cook yourself a wonderful meal before turning in? What do you do? Let's go around the party. Just keep it some orderly. Alvina, what are you doing?
Alvina promised to cook for you enough food to make sure they don't drop dead. So she is going to cook a big-ass meal. For
nice.
at least her and fuck you. If anyone else is there, she'll cook for them as well. But that's the main ones of, she's hungry, fuck you, starving to death. So...
Because I need to thingy up the order of which I'm doing this. I probably should have started with Alvina, but I was going to change up the order. Lou, what are you doing?
Just unwinding before going to sleep. Relaxing.
How does Lou unwind? Are you a listening to music kind of unwind? Are you a practicing hex kind of unwind? What is Lou?
I'll be flicking through some of the spells that you can do.
Are you drawing more pamphlets?
Yes, I'm doing a revised edition.
Very well. And Zormir, what are you doing?
probably in my lab and thinking on what I've just sort of got as in the statue, of thinking of how I could use that to fix my problem of making my weapon work for me how I want it to.
Yes, you now have a very beautiful, if very old and degraded statue of Ivica with a bead of Fool's Arcanite hiding a very tiny bead of Platinum Arcanite. You also have a fully charged, whatever name we gave to the device.
Ghost stick.
Ghost box.
Ghost box.
MacGuffin.
MacGuffin.
Knowing that the copper Arcanite, the hilt of the thing, going, I don't really want to give this back.
Yes, I imagine it's quite a rare piece of technology from what you've come to grasp of this new world, especially how rare raw Arcanite or the base forms of Arcanite tend to be here. Gwen, what are you up to?
I would give fuck you a quick look over medically, just like lots of alcohol wipes. Not being careful.
Is that for Gwen or
Like-
There's
fuck
a
you?
solid
I was gonna
3
say,
inches of grease.
He would be squirming around, like trying to avoid the wipes, like a kid
Like a baby.
trying to be cleaned by his granny.
Yep, I can dig that energy. I'm gonna throw a salty look at Alvina because I still blame Alvina, and then I'm gonna go to my room, check my bug out bag to make sure everything is still there, and then try and get some sleep.
I toss you an apple on your way out the door.
God.
Well, as
I
far as the
horse kick
DM
back at
knows,
ya.
nobody's robbed you yet, so everything appears to still be there. Note to self, rob.
Gwen!
And the last but not least, fuck you. What are you up to?
So, firstly, you just assume that fuck you washes himself.
I don't.
Not by choice, but by mandate. If you want to stay in this party.
You get
Yeah.
hosed down eventually.
He gets
Myself.
hosed down like every week, yeah. Yeah, so fuck you will be heading straight into the kitchen. He will just be like, if we've got a cold storage thing, he'd be going in there finding like cold meats or anything like ham or something, just grabbing it out of there and just munching on it while Alvina's cooking something. Then after he's eaten his fill, he's essentially just going to fall asleep under the table. And if any of you have watched like One Piece, after the Enies Lobbies arc, he's going to be like somehow eat and sleep at the same time.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I imagine it when I've gone to bed, I'll have dragged you back to your room, possibly with like a giant ham joint still in your mouth.
Yeah,
and just
or
thrown
like
you
death
into.
grip.
Yeah, I've just thrown you into your room and closed the door behind you, and then gone to bed myself to sit in a pile of leaves and meditate.
As night comes in the Shadow Cove docks, at least as much as night can come in a cavernous docks illuminated by bioluminescent mushrooms and trees. The hustle and bustle of the docks at least comes to a quiet, not a complete stop. There's always coming and goings, always the small rhythm of machines and squeaks coming from just crates being loaded on and off the coming and going ships. The party gains benefits a long rest, and for those of you who can dream, fall into the dreamscape of your ethereal consciousness. As we start with Fuck You, as all things this arc
Apparently do.
You can see the DM's really using those previously underused characters.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Ooh. You chose a nice purple.
Alterra Knights.
It looks like it looks like we're being attacked by lasers.
Alterra after dark.
Pew pew.
Fuck you. You find yourself coming to consciousness. At least you believe yourself coming to consciousness in presumably the last place you would remember falling asleep. You're sure, and actually you might be a little surprised to find that you appear to still be in the kitchen. Normally, Alvina would have dragged you back to your room by now. But in the dreamscape, you wake wherever your mind believes you wake.
Right.
So, Fuku, as you wake up, you find yourself in an eerily silent, familiar setting off your ship. But the rhythms of the outside world are no longer present. There's a almost uncomfortable, deathly silence in the air, a stillness that's unnerving to especially someone who has done a lot of time traveling with a very loud party.
Yeah.
In very close quarters for so long that the silence is such a contrast to everyday life. Normally you could even hear Alvina snoring by now, but there's nothing.
I mean, Fucky's first thoughts are probably, oh, we've probably taken off somewhere. Why would we take off? There's no reason to take off. I can't hear any engines. What's going on?
The soft purr and hum of the arcane propellers are silent.
Once he's noticed that, he's essentially just gonna start wandering around with his ham still in his hand, and just like heading down to the quarter deck.
Before you do,
Yeah.
we'll put you back on the cargo hold. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception. 13.
13. You catch a glimpse of something out of the corner of your eye. Maybe a shadow. A shiver runs down your back from the previous encounter of that thing that was stalking you. But this time, there's something different. It's not quite as unnerving as previously. It's more of a blocky shape at the corner of your vision than a fleeting maneuver of something stalking you. But when you turn to look, there's nothing there, just a shadow in the corner. A normal shadow? You can't quite tell. There's shadows in all the corners, but this one just seems a little bit more solid. I'll leave it up to you if you think anything of it.
Fuck you is essentially like looking around, thinking something's weird here. Are there any mirrors on deck?
I don't know, you guys. Do you keep mirrors in the ship? Can't imagine there's like large mirrors anywhere.
Your own personal mirrors, and that's it.
Yeah.
I imagine. I was about to say, are there wing mirrors on the top deck?
It's run the reversing you need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Zormir was trapped in that library room with like all the dreamscape stuff, would he have like was there anything in there that would like tell him how to recognize when you're in the dreamscape? Like I know like in real life stuff, if you realize that you're in a dream, you can like put your finger up to your palm, opposite palm of your hand, and you can push your finger through. That would help you realize that you're a lucid dreamer.
I've never heard
Zormir was specifically in a room dedicated to the primal dream, which is slightly different than the dreamscape. They are both layers of the ethereal realm. But Fukyu, give me either an intelligence or wisdom check of your choice, and we'll see just how much you know about dreaming.
I'm gonna do intelligence because it's the lower modern. That's funny.
that.
7.
You have no idea. Apparently, you just perceive the dreamscape as just normal reality, which is weird because you've deliberately been able to induce yourself into a dreamscape, but that probably might not be helping.
No.
It just appears to you just
done it
conceptualize-
Yeah, he's done it willingly, not by accident. At this point, yeah, he's just chalked it up to just like him being trapped in the mirror realm for 3 days, and he might just be hallucinating, seeing
Starting to
things.
go mad.
Yeah, or madder.
This is a food coma. This is evidently a food coma.
Yeah, and then just start heading back below deck to see if you can find any of the others.
You do so. You make your ways down, and you can see the 4 doors of the rooms down here. Obviously, the door to the med bay and to the what I'm effectively just going to call the animal pen for now.
Pretty much.
Again, no rhythmic sound of snoring, either from Alvina's room or from the animal pen. Where would you like to go first?
I mean, like you say, usually at night after he's fallen asleep at a table, Alvina would take him down and throw him into his room. So he's gonna like burst into Alvina's room and be like, "What the fuck? Why didn't you put me in my room?" kind of thing.
Alvina, would you be sleeping in your room?
I would be dreaming. I'd be meditating in my room. I don't sleep.
Normally you don't sleep, but lately over the course of the last little while, occasionally you find your meditations interrupted by a creeping vision of crystal dragons and Spartan warriors.
Okay. I'd be like in the essentially compost heap that is Alvina's bed.
Fukyu, as you barge into the room, again there's this dimness of light. which you can chalk up to the fact that the ship isn't being. How do people light up ships? I'm just gonna assume you have arcane lights because you have Zormir.
I think Alvina's
yeah.
room might be mostly dark because she's
Even
in it.
even
She
the
lights
normal
it up.
dim red arcane lights that normally get put on at night to for people like Fuku who wanders to the kitchen, or for Gwen who
Gwen,
doesn't have
can't
night
see
vision.
anything.
He does have dark vision.
It actually matter for Gwen.
Yeah.
Everyone else has night vision.
Because after the
Even-
first couple of nights, waking up swearing, he like,
BAM!
Thumb and toe.
Even the red lights that are still on in the ship as you're making your way through it, they seem to be almost a little bit darker than normal, and their reach not quite as far as they should be. There's almost a creeping darkness surrounding all of the lights that just make the shadows that much more pronounced and the contrast so much starker. But as you come into Alvina's room, similarly, the corners cling with shadows and darkness. Not the solid shadow you saw earlier, just regular shadows. But as you come in, you see Alvina in full color with a aura of changing and flickering light around them. Almost like they're in the eye of a planar portal. You can see what appears to be a reality warping around them.
It seems normal.
Yeah, fuck you, like, is just looking at her and goes, V, what are you doing?
Do
Alvina
I hear it?
doesn't react. Alvina, you don't hear this. Fukyu, give me another perception check.
Perception.
The flickering images that are almost semi-transparent. They're not. They're a little
22.
bit. They're a little bit fuzzy almost as you're looking around. So they're more like shifting colors than they are a crisp image. But as you try and peer through, so you can actually see Alvina's form in the eye of this aura of shape-shifting colors, you spot it again. The block of shadow, this time right next to you, blocking the door from Alvina's room into the lower deck. What's your instinct reaction? You can see and sense the shadow at the corner of your eye. What do? Do you attack? Do you defend?
He probably would, like, jump back away from it at first.
You
And,
do
like,
so.
Put up his fist, like, or go to draw his. Or no, actually, he's going to brandish the ham at him.
Aggressively wield a ham.
Yeah.
As the ham maneuvers into striking posture. You're ready to jab this entity. You find yourself
Ham
face to face with a black silhouette of a child staring at you. Not with any eyes, but with the essence.
The essence of a stare.
Morphs back.
Yeah.
Hey!
Fuck you, like, tilts head. Moth?
The figure tilts its head and then nods to you.
Are you okay? Is that thing gone?
Morph shakes their head in a worried and frantic expression.
Did that stick thing that Zormir have do anything to it?
Morph seems to shrug its shoulders.
Okay. Do you know what it is?
Again, they shake their head.
Right. Do you know how to kill it?
They shrug.
Can it be killed?
They shrug again.
It's a good
I
thing.
mean, you're not very good at these answer things, are you?
Yeah, this is no.
They
They're
drop
great.
their head in disappointment.
Oh.
Sorry, I mean, like, the other god things that people have found, I mean, they at least talk.
Morph seems to look off into the distance with a ponderous gaze.
Are the
It
others
takes-
here?
Takes them a second before they look back to you and raise up one finger in exclamation.
Is it here?
He holds out his hand to you and shakes his head as if dismissing your idea. And then his body seems to morph and form until the black silhouette of a child is holding what appears to be almost a slate.
Yes! Oh, that's what it was going for. Hell yes.
A
Fuck
small
you.
piece of white chalk in his
Yeah.
other hands.
Now this is the point where does fuck you read? Or can
Yeah,
fuck you
it's
read?
the point where we find out if fuck you can read.
I
Yeah.
think the bigger question is, can Morph write?
Also
there's that
true.
as well.
Neither one will find out. It's entirely possible.
Morph writes in Goblin, but
Fuck,
he
you
doesn't
can't read
Goblin.
Goblin, or Goblin can actually read, and Morph can't write.
What would you like to do? Fuck you.
Fuck you. Looks small and goes. Can you write? You gonna write something down?
Morph looks at the slate and then scribbles, which looks to be a very crudely drawn child's crayon picture of what you can only assume is a spherical shape with two triangular points on its top.
Are those the triangle things that I got out of the robot thing?
Morph shakes his head in frustration and then taps to the triangular
Expands.
shapes on the sphere. Or I guess on the circle. He's not doing 3D drawings just yet. He's
I was
doing
about to say,
back up.
damn, he's already got geometry down.
I mean, no, it can't be. They said that they don't exist in this world. Is it a demon?
Is it a dog?
Is it a dog?
That's what I
seems
thought you were
to-
gonna say.
to hesitate for a second, and then shrugs at you.
What's a dog?
He tries to reach out towards you. Do you allow him?
Yeah, fuck you. Reaches out his hand.
Or allow them?
E.T. phone home.
Hey. Grab you by the hand. It feels weird given the 2D nature of their silhouette. It almost seems to be like paper wrapping around you.
Mhm.
But then they give you a gentle tug to pull you along in the direction of outside Alvina's room.
Okay. Yeah, I follow them.
Morph drags you to the entrance of Lou's room and then points to it and taps the board.
Of course, Lou did it.
Hey, Lou's done fuck all.
Oh, tiefling.
Morph nods their head and then frantically points to the room before scribbling down a cross and skull.
Kill the tiefling. Okay.
Sorry, Lou.
They quickly wave the slate in a crisscrossing motion with their other arm to indicate no.
It's like, right, you want me to murder the cultist. Understood. First,
Inside check for that one, surely.
No. He said. They
Look,
said.
Ben can interpret however fuck you interprets.
I kill violently, got it, with a slate.
Right. You hit them really hard in the head. Okay.
But they
No.
turn around to your back and start pushing you towards Lou's room.
Okay.
He's not in there or what? Okay.
They
Opens the
push
door.
harder, a child pushing.
Yeah.
I don't know how strong fuck you is actually.
Not very.
Not really.
Negative strength stat.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a 2D silhouette of a shadow can't really push you either.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, fuck you would like go to open the door.
The door opens, and as you peer in, you see a similar image of what you saw in Alvina's room. Lou Grim in the eye of what appears to be an aura of shape-shifting green light.
Lou, can you hear me?
They cannot.
looks towards Moth.
They scribble out their previous pictures and begin drawing what looks to be almost little stick figures with some sort of item in their hands. Looks almost like a gun.
Zombie.
They shake and begin drawing a symbol of a chain and pointing the chain towards the two stick figures now.
Zombie's been arrested.
They slap their palm against their head and then draw the devil face shape that you've come to associate with Lou and have the bullets coming out of the gun towards Lou.
Oh, zombie wants to kill Lou. Okay.
Zombie's
Am
gonna
I-
kill Lou. Okay.
Do you want me to help him kill Lou?
They begin pushing you towards the boundary of the aura surrounding Lou.
You want me to? Okay.
Do you want me to shoot him?
Fuck you. Like moves closer towards the portal thing.
The Lou glowing, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
It's effectively just like there's an aura of light coming out
All right.
from Lou. The light is like shifting and forming in a almost like a very badly tuned TV.
Okay.
Okay.
So there does appear to be like images happening. You can get like rough silhouettes and stuff. Something's happening in the sphere of light and activity, but it's incredibly blurred.
Right. Yeah, fuck you will reach towards glowing glue.
As your hand or as your fingers brush the almost event horizon of this sphere around Lou, you find you're able to pass through without harm.
Kill.
Would you like to enter into the dream sphere?
Yeah.
As you enter into the dream sphere, we switch over a couple seconds earlier to Lou Grimm. And I don't have any extra maps for all this because I don't know what the hell you guys are dreaming, so we're gonna do Theater of the Mind.
That's fair.
Lou, what were you dreaming of tonight? After your excitement of battling the Einsmerst and having spent a couple days in this new, strange settlement, what's on your mind?
Probably dreaming about the new abilities I've used. You know, like Dimension Door and the telekinesis one.
Yeah, new shiny magics.
Yeah.
And is there a place in your past, in your history, that you dream about when it comes to training, trying out these new abilities? Maybe a practice room back in the occult temples, or maybe a prominent area where you visited to learn new skills initially. Where would you dream about training?
It's the dojo from the Matrix,
There
right?
would be an open area. There's damages.
In nature, in a mountainous region? What would you like your surroundings to be like?
Probably nature.
We can come into a clearing in the forest. I do believe you did a lot of your cultism around Bloodraven and then transitioned to Akaba, so there are definitely forests around. Fukyu, you find... not Fukyu, Lou. We'll get back to Fukyu in a moment. Lou, you find yourself practicing in a familiar dream, a time in your life where you really had to dedicate to learning something new, and to the point where you've now become your subconscious has associated this area with practice whenever you learn something new in the waking world. Are you a little bit younger in this dream, or are you still the same as you are in the waking world?
That'd be a bit younger.
You're going about your training, practicing out the new moves that you're doing, when suddenly there's a ball of green light, a short 10 feet away from you, hovering in the air, maybe 10 feet up as well, watching you. This isn't the first time you've seen this light. You saw it once or two, and it's very reminiscent of when you unlocked the first wave of your arcane soul. It's become now a occasional visitor to your dreams. It doesn't alert you. It's almost a familiar presence. What do you do? How do you greet it? Do you just let it be? Do you ignore it?
I would, if it's 10 feet above me, then I would probably just wave at it.
It seems to do a little bobble in the air as if in greeting back to you. Tell me what new moves you're practicing.
Uh, Probably start with Dimension Door, but not going too far.
You find yourself with unlimited spell slots in this area as you're able to dimension door back and forth and back and forth, and each time the little green light buzzes after you before you dimension door away. It almost becomes a game of cat and mouse as it chases you to each new dimension door. There's a joy in the air as you practice your new abilities. Is there anything you'd like to do before we get to the next stage of this dream?
No, I'm good hopping from door to door.
An undetermined amount of time passes. After all, it is a dream, and you only really remember the vivid change and the joy of quickly teleporting. Before suddenly there's a cold wave of air that rustles through the forest, and you can hear in the distance the echo of chains. And a cold dread begins to seep into your core. It's a uncomfortably familiar feeling. The feeling that you hoped you'd shed when you finally came to this new world and began to sever your connection to your old master. But after all, he was they were a large part of your power growing up. And it's hard to completely disentangle yourself from the memories of elder control. How does Lugrim perceive Elder Control? The original Elder Control from the main sphere, the much weaker one, the less polished one. Some tend to imagine him either as a large collection of eyes, or a single eye in the darkness, or an all-encompassing darkness. How does Lu envision Elder Control?
Probably something similar to the Eye of Sauron.
Fair enough. As you hear a rumble in the ground, as rising a short distance in the horizon is that all too familiar, all-watching eye. The darkness staring down you, and the light and emerald nature of the forest around you begins to darken as grey clouds begin to sweep across the sky. You can hear thunder in the distance. The air becomes cold and chilling. The light evaporates into a dim grey. The eye is watching you. What is something that Lugrim always found displeasurable in the request Elder Control would give to you? After all, you were an evil cultist, were you not? Or at least a cultist.
It would be the disdain in Elder Control's voice when telling to do something. You know, just lowly nods and nothing.
As you hear that telepathic voice once more booming into your head. You are nothing without me. You know that, do you not, child? I am what gives you power in the world. I am what gives you control. Are you so ready to throw your life into chaos? You dare turn against me? Well?
You once gave me some power, but now I don't need all the power you could give me. And yes, I am prepared for any amount of chaos.
So this is how you would treat me. I, who salvaged your life. I, who gave you a second chance. I, who patroned you with new abilities and gave you a way in the world. You would turn your back on all that I have generously donated to you. Is that who you are, Lou Grimm? A betrayer? A backstabber? So readily do you forget those who helped you up, once you no longer need them. I feel pity for your fellow party members, if that's how you view the world.
When I was younger, I used to view it that way, but I have changed my ways. I no longer betray people, especially my friends.
And yet you betray me. After all I have given you. Did I ask much in return? A small objective here, a small lie there. Did I ever ask you to do something that was too much for your conscience? And at this point, Lou, you can decide, did Elder Control ever ask you to do something where you had to say no, that you had to fight him on?
What really horrific things did Lou get told to do in the previous world? How many continents
I
did
would
Lou
say
burn?
yes.
Fair enough. You don't have to elaborate anything. You can give some thought to it as you expand Lou's backstory. It was mostly if you already had anything you wanted to bring up. A yes suffices.
You know, that one, that encounter right there.
That encounter we should not mention.
I could mention one.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
One of the first ones that you gave me to do.
To test you, yes.
Yes, a newborn child blood sacrifice.
Holy fuck.
Blue Grim going straight in there with the dark.
Oh my god, that was way darker than I expected.
I was thinking dark. That was even darker than I expected as well.
I mean, that was
Baby
that on
killer?
par from what I was expecting.
This is Neil we're talking about here.
Fuck you.
I was thinking like an orphanage
horror
kind of
movies
thing.
good.
That was like, oof.
Like, knocking on
Neil-
people's doors to introduce them to Elder Control and just, like, dinner time.
Are
That
you
kind
a-
of low rent shit.
No, I know Neil too well.
Yeah.
He watches a lot of horror movies, so
Oh, it's
yes.
all about the baby killing. Okay.
Oh, right in there with the humans.
It's gonna be dark.
Jesus.
He likes horror con. Come on, you gotta give him his darkness.
A test to stain your soul, to prove that you are willing to disobey the divine tyrants that have shackled Noid kind for so long. Did I not show you the way to break out? Did I not give you the power to defy even the gods' laws?
You showed me sights that I
How
had
do
never
you-
seen or thought of before.
How do you think others would treat you if they discovered the truth? If your so-called friends knew how stained your soul was?
They would understand that I've changed my ways.
A soul once stained never changes. No matter how hard you try to deny it, Lou, I will always have a piece of control in your soul.
Not if I can help it.
And as you're having this back and forth with the older version of Elder Control, clearly still a figment of your memories, maybe a voice that's lingering from unresolved trauma from having to kill a baby.
The line put by the way, I couldn't put it into Roll20. I would just go into it and I went, nah, that's a bit much. That's a bit much to be on camera.
there's almost a static flicker in the entire aura around you, in the entire scene, as if everything pauses and unwinds and then begins to play again, almost like everything becomes fuzzy. As suddenly on your peripheral, there are two new figures. Strange creatures clad in what appears to be some sort of full body leather black, with a helmet and a single visor, with some strange iconography occasionally flashing across the visor. The two figures stare at you. What do you do, Lou?
Do I recognize them, or are they strangers to me?
Strangers to you. You've never dreamed of these figures before. You've never seen these figures before.
Then I will say hi to both of them.
They begin slowly approaching you, cautiously. Each one brings out what appears to be almost an electrified rod, or like a police baton with electrical sparks coming off it.
It's a fucking cow, bro. Holy fuck.
This stream's getting really exciting.
You can feel a
We've
shiver
had
from the
people with
back of your
electric
neck.
batons.
A little voice in the back of your head warning you of danger. They appear
Danger, Will
hostile.
Robinson, danger.
What would you like to do, Lou?
What was the last bit, Chris? Don't think I caught
They
it.
are. There's a little like warning shiver in your back. They appear to be giving off a hostile air as they slowly approach you with weapons drawn.
Not leaving much up to the thoughts.
Um,
So
Would
it's not in the
they,
game anymore.
who are you and what are you doing? 'Cause I don't know you. I've done nothing to you as far as I'm aware. But let's maybe just talk about this.
Oh, 1 second.
Yeah, Lewis no longer in the game as well, by the way, just for reference. Bud.
What?
Yeah, I think your old 20 crashed because you're not in it anymore.
Yeah, I am.
Now you
Not
are.
for
You literally
us.
just
Oh,
came
no.
back. Desync, I'm assuming.
Probably,
What do you say this to them in?
Uh, would probably be Inferno.
Mm.
They don't seem to give your words any mind as they begin almost semi-circling you, kind of forming a pincer maneuver on you, or at least beginning the start of a pincer maneuver. You hear them in a low current whisper to each other. At least you think it's whispering, but it appears to be only in your head, as if you're hearing a static telepathy over a unsecured connection. As do you understand deep speech?
Ooh, I can't remember if we put that in or not. I've not got it down, I don't think.
That's fine. You hear in your head, occasionally static intermittent between their voice. The small green light appears to be hovering slightly back from them. It seems to be responsible for transmitting the telepathy to you. You are unaware of what they are saying. What would you like to do?
Turn to the green orb and say, "Can you translate this into language I can understand? Common or Inferno?" Not really expecting a reply from the green orb.
The little green orb does a sweating emoji over its head. Little drop appears in the corner at the top of its little ball head. You get the impression it cannot.
Shrug my shoulders.
The two figures. France? God, what's lunge? That's it. The two figures lunge towards you. Roll initiative, Lou Grim.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Four.
That's what I'm saying. This is going to be interesting.
Yep, fair enough. How lightning proof are you?
Not very.
I'm more worried about the stun.
It might not be stun. It might just be shock.
As you do so, we are going to take a quick 5-second break there because I'm going to need water before I do this next part.
Voices.
Just combat.
Good
So
timing
we're
as
going
well.
to take 5 seconds there, and then we will see what happens. We go to adverts as the two enemies lunge towards our party member.
Dun dun
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun.
It's a
Lou's gonna get
dramatic-
killed in a dream this time.
Yeah.
It's a dramatic break.
So Lou is the one that's going to die in this episode.
Yeah, it's gonna find out.
Tune in next
I'll be
time
back
to
in a
find out.
Tune
what
in
happens
next
to
time in about
Lou
5
Grim.
minutes. Yeah,
You know
Zormir,
that
if you've got to speak deep speech, you get attacked by dream ninjas then.
I speak deep speech.
I know. You're not in the Lou's dream.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you's gonna be in there. I don't know if the rest of us will. I like that Alvina's dreaming again. She's happy when she gets to dream, even if it's terrible. And it's basically it's freaking Spartans versus dragons, which is basically what her dreams are, apparently, recently.
I'm Spartacus. I'm Dragon Glees.
Not that kind of Spartan! Like Halo Spartans. They finish the fight more than This Is Sparta. If anyone doesn't on the
Our Discord.
yeah, if anyone in the audience is curious, there's currently a lot of gifs of babies being kicked in our Discord at the moment.
Sloths mothering cats.
And a very discontented
Extreme
cat.
times.
Use Johnson & Johnson.
Howard Johnson
more
is
tears.
right. It's Lou, what's your backup character when you get murdered by dream ninjas?
Oh, is it a thing if you die in dreams, you're going to die in real life?
Maybe.
Depends if you follow the Freddy Krueger rules of dream deaths.
Well, I mean, if I know in the primordial dream, it was like one of the things that if you touch like the spirit of a primordial element, it can kill you in the dream, and your body's just without a mind anymore. So I assume it works the same way, right?
Maybe.
We're on a different little plane.
Let's hope we don't find out.
Yeah, let's try not to find out.
I don't know. I want a dramatic episode 50, so
Well,
you should have taken deep speech, apparently.
Apparently. Also, here's a good one. Lou, when you if you survive this, when you wake up, ask Zormir to get you a rubber robe. In case in case people with cattle prods come after.
I got so much to do already.
Not that bad compared to your other project. It's basically just find a lot of rubber and make it into a coat. It's
Or make into some really creepy pajamas.
Yeah, it's not even a magic item. It's just a coat.
Ooh, that's a low initiative, that is.
Yeah, you got a 4.
know.
The enemies are at 20 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ian, shall we play Does Lou Survive the Dream?
Yeah.
Time for me to bring out a old magic item I once made.
The cattle prod.
It's technically a shock baton.
It is a shock baton. Okay. Hey, look at the bright side, Lou. It's not a shock mall.
I think I remember these from
I mean, that's something.
Mad Capitalist.
Ooh, maybe. I made them all the way back in the original campaign.
Would make sense if they're in Mad Capitalist, considering it's deep speech talking things, considering what at least I knew in the end of that campaign.
But are we all ready to get started back up again?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, audience, shall we see if Lou survives? As figure 1 lances towards you, and I have to quickly read this to remember how this works. Ooh, it's a dex save. Lou Grim, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw while I quickly double check what their DC is. They have proficiency. Ooh. Oh.
13.
I've got a feeling by the noise that's not high enough.
Apparently, it's against their strength modifier. I did not realize how strong these guys were.
Ooh.
Let's see. Can I change that?
Do you want a destiny at the moment, or do you want to save it?
Do you want to save it for the
I
next?
never said destiny.
That's what you're saying. Is this anything? I think the only thing you've got is destiny. In theory, you shouldn't be getting attacked most of the time.
I may be able to.
Amulet.
Yeah, I think your chain thing can add a D4, right? Or whatever is talisman. If you've still got that.
I should.
I mean, if you've... What level of Warlock are you still?
Yeah, do you have to be
1.
I don't think you get the talisman anymore.
No.
I'm pretty sure I already know the answer, but in your dream, by any chance, are you wearing metal armor such as plate?
No.
By any chance, are you wearing an insulating material or have a wooden shield?
See, told you so, mate. Get him a wooden coat when he comes to. Not a wooden coat, a rubber coat.
It'd be cloth.
Unfortunately not.
Not insulating.
You don't also have the accompanying item I made for this, which is insulated leather padded armor.
I'm the one in more danger.
I actually wait a minute. If these things go
Not your
after me,
dream.
can I grab the Kaiser coats? Because I've got rubber gloves.
I mean,
Yeah, but they're yours. You know?
I'll use them to count as like you have advantage on it to effectively deflect it with your gloves. I mean, you can grab it too, yeah.
I'll take it. I was just curiosity, that one.
But yes. So, Luke, are you gonna do anything before I announce the results with your 13 save?
Yeah, I'm gonna bend luck.
Okay.
Spend 2
Roll your dice.
sorcery points to add a D4.
Nice.
4.
Oh, maybe.
17's not bad.
17. As the first figure lunges towards you with the shock baton, sparks of lightning coming up. How do you successfully dodge it or block it?
Yay.
Presumably dodge it since you don't actually have anything to block it with.
Yeah.
I would just.
You do a little combat roll.
It's your dream. Triple backflip out of the way. You are the one.
Let's see. No. Dex not that good. I would just sidestep it. From whatever side it's coming at, I would just take a sidestep. Because my Dex isn't great. It's like kind of like Neo dodging the bullets. Like, no.
Lucky for you, the shock baton does not interact with multi-attack. I gotta bounce this thing because this fucker's done some damage. As the second figure come lunging in from the other side, you're so lucky the party never decided to do flank tactics on this campaign.
Yep.
Give me another dexterity saving throw.
Come on, Lou.
Not this better.
Get just a hard
14.
17.
Would you like to do anything before I announce the results?
I don't think he can. I think he's used his reaction now.
Yeah.
What if he wants to destiny it? I assume Ben looks a reaction, right?
Lou, would you like to do anything?
No.
That's right. Unfortunately, you do not make the DC.
Oof.
As the combination of figure 1 lunging at you from the left and figure 2 coming up, you aren't quite able to regain your balance from the first dodge and don't fully get out of the way as the second baton jabs into you, sending not electric, lightning, because that's technically the damage type, sending lightning coursing through your body. As you take 15 lightning damage.
Ouch.
And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Go on, Lou. Yeah,
22.
you got good con.
22, your muscles maybe seize up for quite a little second as, lightning is coursing through them. But you very quickly regain your footing and are not stunned.
I've used a lot of lightning spells, so I'm used to the odd shots.
Yeah.
It's like bam.
Become immune to stun, just microdose some lightning. Luke Grim, it is now your turn, and you have 2 unknown assailants within melee range of you. What would you like to do?
Hope to hell they don't have Mage Killer.
Oh, let's see.
A small little green orb is bumping up and down, and even the giant eye of Elder Control is watching with a, I don't remember this in the script. What would you like to do, Lou? You're in danger. What does Dream do?
We will twin chromatic orb.
Nice.
Ooh. Twin chromatic orb.
What?
And I believe chromatic orb, you get to choose the damage type. What damage type would you like to do?
Is it choose? I thought it was roll it for the Chromatic Orb.
No, chromatic orb is choose. I think it's Chaos Bolt.
Yeah, I'm thinking Chaos Bolt. Yeah.
Oh, and also go ahead and just make me your 2 ranged attacks and while you're
chuck
thinking of the
some
damage.
acids.
Poor guys.
They just tased him, to be fair. I think he's allowed to be 20. Oh, fuck. 24 damage. Fuck.
And you do make, I believe, 2 ranged attacks if you're twinning. Yeah.
Done it a second time.
As the first attack hits, we'll see if the second one does, but figure 1...
Yep.
As both figures get a face full of acid, I'm going to assume whatever armor they're wearing isn't acid proof because they did not proceed with this situation. They're leather full. Their leather
I told you I wanted to talk about this.
Begins to slowly melt away, and through the piece, Lou, give me a perception check to see if you can kind of see into the small gap you've kind of melted into the helmet.
19.
Nice. What you see underneath is this almost pale blue rubbery skin. Or I guess more of a blue ashen color. There's a bit of gray and dirt to it. It seems to have almost a amphibian-like complexion to the skin.
It's a frog.
However, while the acid seems to have made its way through the leather, it only seems to have partially damaged the skin underneath. As the first guy takes 12 acid damage, for they are resistant.
Acid, okay.
And the other takes 10.
Oh.
You hear an utterance of deep speech to each other. Again, that static thing as the green light seems to glow a little bit before shrinking, but you're unable to comprehend what you're saying. But in any language, you still recognize the utterance of swear words. As we return to the top of the initiative order, we return once more to Fukyu as you enter into what appears to be a dreary gray day. There's a chill air. You appear to be in the clearing of a forest. Oh, look, and there's Luke Grimm fighting 2 masked assailants.
This is normal.
Wait, is that a giant eye of something in the distance? Is there a green orb floating above the 2 assailants? Whatever could happen. Fukyu, roll initiative.
Roll initiative.
One thing is clear. Lou Grimm is in combat with these assailants. Lou has the weirdest dreams.
Yeah, Lou is very self-deprecating. He's under attack even in his
He's
dreams.
just having a really weird dream.
I like the fuck you rolled a natural 1 and still got better than Lou.
Yeah, well, my initiative modifier is 0. I knew it wasn't going to be hard.
Luke, as figure 1s and 2s comes back at you to get revenge for the acid splash in your face, not quite realizing the arrival of Fukyu. Go ahead and give me another dexterity saving throw. And for good measure, go ahead and give me a second one, because if you get stunned, it won't be needed anyway. Give me 2 dexterity saving throws.
Well, that's bad. That's worse.
Oh, Jesus.
Would you like to do anything before I announce results?
I don't think there's any point with 2 fails, I'm gonna lie.
No.
Yeah, Rue agrees.
Where's my dice? Here we go. Go ahead and give me a, just give me 2 con saves as well. We'll figure this out in post, in editing. As you take... Ooh, nice.
Second one was good.
I didn't see the first one. I was like, what was the second one?
The first one is 13. Would you like to do anything about 13 as you take 14 lightning damage? And could be stunned. What would you like to do with that 13?
I'll spend another 2 sorcery points.
Keep an eye on how many of those you've got left.
But thankfully, I just had a long rest.
Yeah.
You're pretty a high-level sorcerer now. I got plenty.
It was con save, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
it's just a D4. This is a D4.
Yeah, it's...
Go ahead and roll me that D4. Let's see if it's...
Rain's got a mush now.
That's what the lightning rod does.
15.
Oh, you're lucky it's a DC 15 as you exactly make the save. Unfortunately, the second lightning baton comes, or shock baton comes in, and you take an additional 14 lightning damage. But you do make the save this time and are not stunned.
Just 14.
So you've taken 2 instances of 14 this round from the first and second attack.
Yeah. Painful.
And feeling pretty bruised up, I'd imagine.
I think he's feeling shocked.
A little bit.
But fuck you. Ferno, as you glance around, the silhouette of Morph doesn't seem to have come with you.
Mm-hmm.
And you can no longer see like a boundary or anything. You appear, for all intents and purposes, to be in a new world. Oh, and Luke Grimm's being attacked by 2 assailants who have just shocked him. What would you like to do?
Stabbing.
Reload D&D Beyond.
Yeah. Fuck you is looking around like, does he recognize this forest, or is it something that he's never seen before?
Did you?
Give me either a nature or a history check.
Did you? It turns out you grew up in the same forest as Lou, like the next village over, and you never met.
Yeah. Again, I'm going to use the lower mod because it's funny.
Yep.
It's a forest.
Never seen it
Looks
before.
like a forest.
Trees.
All forests look the same, really.
You're certain there are trees?
How close are the stuff all together? Or are they just like in the room here, basically?
You're in a large 30-foot radius sphere clearing. You are on the edge, so you're about 30 foot to the center where the combat is to them. They are within 5 feet of Lou. So they
Cool.
are all within like a 10-foot range of each other.
That's cool. In that case,
You've entered a Pokemon battle. Bo, 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 bo.
yeah, fuck you is going to start running towards everyone. He's brandished his rapier, and he is going to cast Steel Wind Strike against these three.
Ooh.
These three? Ooh.
Yep, so he's going to go against the ninjas and the eye.
Ah! You just attack Elder Control. Oh,
yeah.
Sure. But the eye is the size of like a mountain. It just has a background piece.
All
and
right, okay.
Clearly not a part of this.
Fair enough. Okay, just attack the ninjas then. So it's attack on each of them. So I'm going to Destiny that.
The natural one, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still not used to seeing Steel Wind Strike upcast because I'm used to seeing it on Rangers, which only get 5th level.
That's better. 23. So that was for the first one.
23 hits.
It,
Roll damage.
Did the 29 damage there above?
Oh, nice. 29. This is Magicka. I got nothing against it. Cool.
Force damage. Yep. And for the second one.
Oh, yeah, that also works. 29.
Yep.
Good hit.
And second one is a crit.
Yay!
Roll that crit damage. For a second one.
71! Wow!
Oh!
Damn!
As you know what, this guy with his 4 health left, roll a con save to not just be fucking out.
So it was a nice little chop for the first one, then boom.
Yeah.
You almost did 20 times his health. He almost did 20 times his remaining health.
Let's have a look. Oh, that's supposed to be rolling. You're supposed to
Roll
that.
20 plus 4.
18. I'm gonna say he just hangs on to consciousness from that very sudden trauma of just so much damage.
And then
just a glance towards you and utter in deep speech something with a swearing nature.
Yeah, fuck you. At the end of Steel Wind Strike, pops up next to
The other one.
Lou and goes, what's going on? Attack first, ask questions later.
Lou Grim, it is your turn. What would you like to do? Fuck you has appeared in your dream.
And has killed someone.
That would say, fuck you. It's like, I have no idea who they are, what they want. I couldn't understand what they were saying. But thank you.
Hey, cool.
It is your turn, Lou. What would you like to do? One is looking severely bad.
Or D&D Beyond out.
Well, that's fine. If you just tell me roughly what you want to do, and I will replay some of your steps.
So both of them are dead, or did you say one was
one is looking
still
really bad, and the other is
conscious?
still looking good. Well, the other's looking like semi-bloodied.
I would go back.
In chromatic orb again, but with different element.
What would you like to do?
You know what? I'm gonna chuck some poison at the one that's looking real bad.
The one that...
That's fair. How would you like to chuck poison? Like actual poison from a
It's
poisoner?
poison spray.
Poison spray. Okay.
Yeah, it's a con save.
Can't save from them. Today this is an actual save, but that's fine. They don't have that. Cool. This is just a +4. That is a 16 for number 2, so they
Failed.
fail. And they are going to take 18 poison, which they do.
That's a D12. Damn.
Very nice. As the second one takes a face full of poison, they begin to almost flash with white light. Suddenly, their entire body explodes into a small aura of pixelated cubes before they blink out of existence.
They die like in Spy Kids. Okay.
Give,
Whose television's playing?
confused. Okay.
The other one again swears. Lou, is that your turn?
Yes. Just be very perplexed at the moment.
The figure turns away from the two of you and brings out a device you can't quite see. Suddenly, they begin to almost phase out of existence, kind of in a pulsing temporal or etherealness, before they too vanish from this realm.
Did that counter spell?
You cannot, for they did not cast a spell.
It's an item. It's their eject button.
But Lu and Fukyu, you find yourselves now in a cam. Just in a grey open clearing in a forest with the eye of Elder Control watching over you, just minding its own business. The small little green orb that seems to float around the clearing, doing a little bop dance in celebration. Combat.
I would look at the green orb bopping about, give a nice little smile at him, like high five, and
Like there's a little body slam up against your palm.
You just high five the firefly.
Control.
Elder Control grumbles and then retreats back into the ground of the dream.
With a shit-eating grin at him as well.
Your frog assassins didn't kill me.
Yeah.
Even though they clearly weren't his. But you don't know that.
But Lu and Fukyu, what would you like to do?
Yeah. Lou, what the hell was that?
I have no idea.
Why are you
But it
dreaming of
was-
being attacked?
I didn't know I was.
Well, can you not control your dreams?
Usually I can, but this one was really weird. I never envisaged those creatures before.
I mean,
Never
I've only
mind,
been able to
actually
do it
fought them.
recently. Yeah, I've only been able to do it recently.
You can do it?
As you're
Oh,
both
God.
talking, a second orb of green light appears and floats down face to face with Fukyu and Lu.
Is this same kind of green that was like I could see before? Like from Lou and Helvina.
No, it appears to just be an identical small sprite, similar to what was already there.
It's another green Navi.
Lou would say fuck you, that like pointing at the both green orbs, saying like, I know these guys are cool. They're like my aura that I have,
Okay.
a physical manifestation of that. So I know them, they're cool, but
Don't stab
Did-
them.
frog guys that attacked us, like, I have no idea.
Right. Do you know why we're here?
No.
It's one of life's greatest mysteries, isn't it?
And as you ask that, a very crudely drawn crayon, God, I keep forgetting the word crayon, crayon door appears at the edge of the clearing.
Ooh.
I think
was
Morph
that
wants us to
door
go this
always
way.
there?
Was
Oh,
that
no, that's
always-
Morph.
Who's Morph?
You know, like how Zormir has like the Witness and Fade had the Reaper
Yeah. I
and
remember
Avina
them.
has Cat. But I've got Morph.
Hi, Morph.
You cannot see a morph, you just see a crayon door.
I assume it's more.
Okay.
They're kind of a kid. They're not very good at drawing.
Wow, huh?
I need to teach them how to be better.
Is it safe to go through?
Probably not. Fuck
And
it.
just walks through the door.
Probably not, but fuck it, might as well.
Who follows?
As you open the door, there's just a veil of grey flickering color. And as you step through, you find yourself back in the ship in Lou's quarters. Now, Fokyu and Lou back in this dark version, this dark, quiet version of the ship.
Oh, this is where I woke up. Well, kind of.
But you came into my room?
Yeah, I came in your room.
Without my
And you were...
permission.
Well, you were glowing, so... Hang on. Goes back into Alvina's room. Is she still got the glow thing around her?
She does.
Point to Alvina. Like this, look.
She's glowing more
okay.
than normal and weirdly.
Different.
Would you like to follow Fokyu as they go through this sphere of ship-shifting light?
Yeah. He helped Lou, so I'll
As
go
you
with
both,
him.
as you both enter via the field, you find yourself suddenly transported coming out onto the bow of a ship. A vast metal construction in the floating darkness of the astral sea. As vast rays of light echo overhead and swooping crystal bodies with piercing screams fill the battlefield in a chaotic mess as soldiers run around the deck of the ship with laser rifles shooting up at the crystal dragons. And in it all, you see Alvina standing in what appears to be Spartan green alloy armor.
Does this look familiar to you?
Alvina, well, give me a perception check to see if you notice the newcomers to your dream.
It's better be good.
A lot of stuff is happening, okay?
No time to notice the presence and arrival of Fokyu and Lu. Crystal Dragon is coming! Time to take down that amethyst scourge!
Yeah. This is great.
Okay, look, what would you like to do as a battle rages around you and apparently a military ship is fighting dragons in space?
Not what I expected from Alvina's dreams. It's probably what the pair of them are thinking.
Somehow, fuck you has a bowl of popcorn.
It's Alvina's dream, of course there's food.
Yeah, fuck you is essentially gonna try wave and get Alvina's attention.
Alvina, for the sake of the story, you take a shot at a dragon and pierce its wing as it begins spiraling out of line of sight as it falls beneath the bow and horizon of the ship. And then you glance over and see Fokyu waving at you with popcorn.
Do I recognize him?
You do.
Okay.
It's a very almost disorientating presence as they seem to mesh, or not mesh, they seem to stand out in the sci-fi aesthetics of your dream.
Because I imagine since Alvina's not used to, like, dreaming normally, still, she's mostly, like, just goes along with what feels right in the dream, and it's like, this feels right. And she just looks over and goes, what the hell are you doing here?
Hey, fought some ninjas in Lou's dream.
Why were there ninjas in Lou's dream?
Why are there dragons and shit in your?
I
What the fuck are
don't
you?
know either.
Why do you have so many guns?
This is my gun.
Why,
I have it every
why do you
time I
have a gun?
dream. Well, I've been dreaming since I got that weird crystal sword. Occasionally.
Have you?
Yeah. Did I mention that?
Looks a Lou.
I have no idea if she's mentioned it or not. It would have been very offhand.
I can't think right now. Maybe.
I'm gonna say no.
Oh. Well, I have been, and it's always I come here.
Right. Where's here?
Ship where I'm fighting dragons in this weird armor.
In the distance, you can see the glow of the rainbow wall pulsing with light.
Does the armor that Alvina's wearing look like the stuff that the Amethyst Knight was wearing when we fought them?
No.
No, they appear to be wearing a metallic suit of armor, whereas the Amethyst Knight was wearing a crystal armor set. But you do notice that the dragons are made of the same substance as the armor.
Yeah. I think the armor's the same material that like the hilt of my sword is as well. Like it looks the same, I think.
It is the green alloy that Zormir wasn't able to quite decipher. It appears to be made of quite advanced technology.
Yeah.
Damn you, Zormir.
I just take a shot at another dragon that's flying past while I'm talking to him.
Okay. Last night, did I mention morph at all?
As you have this conversation, a crayon door appears at the edge of the bow of the ship.
That's new.
Yeah. Morph is like, you know how you've got like the
You have cat.
hat?
Oh, another one of those weird sort of god things.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fuck you has morph.
Oh, congrats,
Yeah.
you've got one.
And they're like a kid.
Aww.
Anyway, come with us. I think this goes back to the ship.
Oh, sure. See you, everyone, as you were. I just say to, like, the other power-up soldiers on
The
Hera.
entire ship stills for a second as 24 creatures in Spartan metallic armor stop and give you a salute goodbye.
I was expecting to just stop and just wave. And...
As you go through the crayon door and the grey swirling veil, you find yourselves all crammed into Alvina's room back on the dark ship.
Am I still in the power armor, by the way?
You can be if that is how you conceptualize yourself. As you kind of regain your consciousness, how do you envision Alvina? Especially since the power armor is kind of thrust upon you and forced by the sword, you're kind of returning to your own conception of yourself now.
No, that she wouldn't if it was, not... Yeah, she wouldn't be. She'd be glowing a lot more, and she'd probably look... She'd look like herself, but also somehow more bestial at the same time.
I was going to say,
Like
do you look more draconic?
Yes. Like, kind of superimposed on her. Essentially, like, you're seeing it both at the same time.
You all find yourselves crammed into Alvina's room on the dark ship. What would the three of you like to do?
Is it still dark? Because Alvina is very vibrantly glowing.
It is, and the glowness appears to be diminished in this dark ship, almost like there's a subtle darkness suffocating the light throughout.
I'm going to ignite one of my hands and just see if that seems like the same kind of, like, the dark closes in on it.
Again, it does. Stifling how bright the area can be.
Well, this is weird.
Yeah.
So, where are we? Why is it purple?
I mean, we're back on Dawnriser. I think it might be like a dream version of it.
Oh, this is what is this what dreams are like normally?
No.
Not generally.
Oh.
This is way weirder than most people dream.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, this is an odd one.
Not got much to
That-
compare it to. I've just got that.
That's fair.
Fucky's gonna go back out onto like this deck bit.
Yeah.
Is Morph still like hanging around here?
He is not. Or they are not.
Okay. Got you two.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just looks under the stairs just in case assassin's under there.
Yeah, just worth checking. Do the mushrooms
Never know
dream?
with assassin.
Yeah,
An entire forest of mushrooms turn towards you and tell you to fuck off. This is their domain.
Okay, tell assassin I said hi.
I poke my head into the animal room.
It is uncomfortably empty.
Patrick sits in on Alvina.
You just hear a bit of
Yeah.
a grumble from Alvina.
Fucky's gonna like walk through the med bay and knock on Gwent's door.
Yeah, I follow you.
There is no answer.
I kick in Gwent's door.
The door slams down, and into the room you see Gwent in the eye of a swirling aura of color.
Okay,
Well, that's
this is what-
interesting.
yeah, this is what like you two look like.
Huh.
And fuck you touches Gwent.
But I
As
follow
we
you, I guess.
flash back temporarily to Gwent. Gwent, you're having a nightmare. You've had a traumatic day. The idea, while you yourself weren't trapped, you did just witness a temporary ally of yours trapped permanently in a sealed room. The idea claws at your head. What if that had been you? What if you'd gotten trapped in that room? And it, as you try and slumber, forces your mind back to an uncomfortable time in your past. What are you dreaming about?
If I'm dreaming about being trapped, I'm in prison.
Mm.
Would you like to describe your cell?
Ooh, Gwen is a younger horse, so like just a little bit over teenager years, but very young. Like brand on his side, very, very fresh and very large compared to how it looks now.
Mm.
And is just trying to stick to the walls and not make eye contact with anybody, either the quote unquote patients or the guards of the prison.
Catchy question. Have any of us lot, because I know you've shown the brand before, but have you ever shown it to any of us?
I think just the
I don't
professor.
think so.
I think you might have shown it to
I
the
think
point
Fade's
as
the
well.
only one that's seen it.
I thought the point might have. Okay.
No, I think actually no, you're right. It's only Fade, I think.
Okay.
Tell me, Gwen, what is happening in this dream?
There is a Noid that is strapped down to a gurney, and it's having its legs broken, and I'm healing them. And then broken, and then I'm healing them.
Jesus.
And then broken.
And
then
who
I'm
else
healing
is
them.
in the room? Who's doing the breaking?
Ooh.
And feel free to, I'm happy
think-
to add any elements if you need help. Otherwise,
It
it's all you.
is. You just see the dark cloak of the Monstro Guild. There's no real faces. They're just like these huge, empty cloaks that weapons come out of and just smash on the inmate. And then I heal.
Like Nazgul kind of things?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And as the screams of the Noid fill the room, the rest of the party, well, minus Zormer, we'll get to you in a second. We're slowly collecting everyone. Fuku, Alvina, and Lou Grim, you find yourself transported into the edge of this dark, iron-smelled room, or iron-scented room, and you witness the horror that is unfolding in front of you, what are your immediate reactions?
Alvina's immediate reaction is to reach for 2 weapons and growl.
um, do these things feel as solid as the ninjas did?
Give me an insight
Like-
check.
12.
There's a slight transparency to them. You have a feeling that they are incorporeal.
Mm-hmm. In that case, fuck you, like, puts his hand up on, like, Avina's thigh and goes, nah, they're not real. And literally makes a beeline to Gwent.
As you brush
Like,
past
walking
any of
through-
the items, you find they're
Oh.
like smoke, not blocking
Yeah,
your path.
he would just literally walk through them.
Oh.
They just form temporarily before retaking shape and replaying their almost smoky illusion play through.
I take my hands away from my weapons and just walk forward and just take a swing through one of them just as a test, as like about head height.
The smoke displaces temporarily in a gust of wind and then reforms. The only thing solid in the room is Gwent.
Dreams are weird.
Yeah.
They can be.
I mean, I think this is, like, Morph's doing, but this isn't normally, like, what I dream of.
Yeah. You okay there, Gwen?
This is an unnatural dream.
And at the sound of your party members' voices, the almost dark hypnotic illusion that this nightmare instills upon you from that time where presumably your focus was just to get through it, kind of blocking out everything you could, you are snapped back to reality.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
Yeah, there goes gravity.
Snapped back out of your trance, as you can now see them in the smoky room around you. If you would like, the image of the room can begin to blur into a smoky mist.
Unfortunately, if anything, the room becomes sharper.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Oh.
You look young there, Gwen. You alright? You've lost a few decades.
I mean, I did it as well.
Did I? I
No,
can't
I did.
imagine I did.
No, remember, fucking, like, de-aged last session as well.
I know,
Just,
yeah.
As you have a moment after the battle, having saved Fukyu, to realize Fukyu does appear to be 9 years older before you went to bed.
Oh, I thought it was younger.
That's right, 9 years younger, yeah.
Yeah.
Why
Never noticed.
am I here again?
I have no idea where here is. You got a nasty
That-
cut on your leg there.
I just reach and touch it. Yeah, it happens a lot.
Ouch.
Where are we?
L.
Oh.
I mean,
Don't expect hell to look like this.
no.
My
The pictures
hell.
that I've heard. Oh, okay.
Oh, gotcha.
This is welcome to Trollguard Prison. Enjoy your stay.
Troll Guard Prison, I'm noting that.
Why are we
am
in
I
prison?
here?
What? I don't know. About to ask the same thing.
Yeah, I was on a ship fighting dragons. I don't know where you two were.
I was in the fields fighting lizard people.
You're in a field
Uh,
fighting lizard people.
Yeah, they had lightning rods.
Ouch.
Fucky was there. He can vouch.
Okay.
mean- Yeah.
So everybody had a fun time, and I am back here again. Cool.
I mean, I
Oh.
wouldn't really say it was fun.
Is this a nightmare?
They attack.
I'm gonna point to the inmate on the table and reflectively just heal his legs again. No, Alvina. This was Tuesday. Wednesday was worse.
Rough.
As you say that, a crayon door appears at the edge of the room.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. It got us out of there last time. There was one in my
That's
dream.
Fucky's new friend.
As soon as you say it goes out there last time, I'm already walking through the door.
Yeah.
When you
Following.
find yourself back in your room, if darker and more shadowy than previously when you went to bed.
The shit happened to
No
my
longer in that
door.
room.
Hey,
No,
don't worry
yeah,
about it. It's a
you
dream. Don't worry about it. It's a dream.
We think.
That's Alvina's excuse.
Yeah. Can I use my massive perception to see Alvina's footprint on my door?
It's not. It's through the door. Thank
Son
you
of a
very
bitch.
much.
Thought the door was on the floor.
Yeah, and there's a hole in it now. The mushroom said to go to we couldn't go in there. My hydras aren't in bed.
I mean,
Where's Ormir?
yeah, that's what I was about to
We've
say.
not
was
seen him.
I'm assuming
Probably go
he's up in
like
his
see
room.
Zormir in the point, yeah, and then fuck you, like make his way up onto the main deck. Well, not main deck, but
The middle floor.
Into the
middle
cargo
deck,
hold.
cargo hold, and start heading towards Zormir's room.
I have a
Ormir's,
quick
yeah.
glance into the kitchen in case there's any food in there that's dreaming. I'm curious about dream.
Bacon.
I was basically Alvina doesn't know what normal dreams are like, so she's wondering if everything dreams, so she's just
That's right.
checking.
You see no dreaming dreams, and for the sake of the point not being here, you glance in and find that the point, there is no dreaming point or aura in the point's room.
I think the point had another room day booked, so they just went to their freaking inn that they were staying at, right? We go with that.
They just
Yeah,
got
but-
asleep.
Oh,
One of those options, either does.
Stop writing a song.
But as you open up Zormir's door, actually, Zormir, do you sleep in your room? Did you actually go to bed?
Yeah.
that's a point.
Fantastic.
Is Drax there?
Drax is not.
Okay.
Probably
The
doesn't sleep.
lab
Entirely
is
possible.
empty. As you open Zormir's door, you find similarly Zormir in the same state as the others, the eye of a swirling aura of light. What would you like to do?
Well, let's find out what he's dreaming about. And then Alvina steps forward and just pokes him.
As we flash back a couple seconds into the past, Zormir, what are you dreaming about?
He's looking at his past biggest mistake and looking at it from a cop's perspective, replaying the point that Junior took his mentor's life and took both his arm and his leg.
That was all in one day. You had a rough day. Jeez.
And he was he's looking at it from an outward perspective and saying, what could I have done better here? How could I have changed this? It's just like
What could I have done different?
yeah,
The,
one of
the,
these.
the
I
second
could have
guessing.
stopped this.
Yeah.
Because his mind's been racing on problems and that, and it snaps him back to the biggest problem he had in the past and what he could do better there.
Very nice. As Zormir, with your slightly higher passive perception, you do notice the rest of the party just materialize at the edge of the scene of the crime.
Oh, is Junior here? Is there an image of Junior?
Yes, describe how you're going over the scene. Are we how does Zormir picture them analyzing the scene? Is it very traditional of them going through it methodologically, or have they bestowed upon themselves arcane equipment that maybe they didn't have at the time, but they had developed later on that they may wish to have used back then? It's your dream. It can take any form it wants.
He's looking at through sort of where did Junior appear from? It's sort of like he's looking in a almost 3D landscape with sort of arrows and things drawing in from what he can recall of the day and where he just saw the where where he thinks he came from, but he's not entirely sure. He's imagining what if he came from there. What could I have done to do that? It's sort of like arcane lines and glyphs and things like that. He's just sort of
kind of Scott Pilgrim-y style, where there's like just an overhead like annotations in the world.
Yeah, it's almost like this. It's become a 3D space of written notes and paths laid out, and what he thinks he could have done, and he just sort of sees them and goes, "No, no, no, can't interfere. Please stop."
It's if Alvina would have seen a basically a version of Junior, like a 3D-ish version, she'd have completely not even realized she's done it. So they've just drawn a wooden stake and gone to stab him in the chest with it, like completely on instant reflex. Has wooden stake in hand going towards Vampire's chest.
As you charge through the scene towards the faint figure that is at the end of like a little arrow pointing back into the room, you find yourself once again slashing through smoke. Zormir, when your not master, what was the relationship between the two of you again?
Commanding officer, wasn't it?
I was his apprentice for learning criminal psychologist.
I guess master is appropriate. Master
Yeah.
just feels wrong when not in like a villain sense.
Yeah.
Actual teacher could be good, or instructor.
He's a mentor, instructor is.
The school mentor.
Mentor sounds less
Like,
evil.
Yeah. Master just seems weirdly evil to me.
Weirdly evil for a cop.
When your mentor fell, were you there at the moment? Was it a ranged attack or a melee attack from Junior that took out your mentor?
It was a melee. He actually plunged through him.
And were you side by side with your mentor fighting Junior at the time, or did you arrive on the scene just as it happened, or maybe a little bit after it happened as Junior was fleeing, or about to deliver the final blow even?
I basically was arriving, and as I go to charge, and that he spins on me and takes my arm, grabbing for him, and then sort of cuts away my leg as well, and just as leaves me for dead because the whole other crowd of officers are arrowing this way as well. I was just happened to be the one who was just there that bit faster than everyone else. And that's why I'm sort of like, what could I have done better?
And your mentor, did he have any dying breath, or did he die instantly?
He would have said something, but in the sort of pain of my sort of
Your anguish. Yeah.
anguish and
Quite remember.
Yeah.
And maybe that plays out in front of you. One of the scenes that replays is your mentor saying something to you, but only noise coming out. Maybe it racks on you that you never heard what his final words were, and maybe if you can just dig deep enough, somewhere in your subconscious, maybe you could remember.
Yeah, it's sort of, or there. The words are there. It's just I can't bring them.
Can't quite hear them.
Yeah.
That's very fair. With the sudden movement of Alvina and the slightly spreading fog only for it to recoalesce, you come back with almost a sharpness, and you quickly realize that you are in a dream, that you're looking through your memories and your history. You can almost see the scene with a new clarity. And also that the rest of your party seems to be here now.
Looking slightly weirder, I imagine, because Gwent's really young, Alvina's superimposed with a dragon, and fuck you's young.
Yeah, but they were young before they went to bed anyway.
True.
The rest of the party is now in the room. What would the party like to do?
Oh. Hey, Zomir.
Yeah.
Sort of more withdrawn. Sort of Dormir is. Oh, yes. Hi. I don't normally pour over these kind of things in my dreams.
So you realise you're dreaming? Okay, cool.
So this is also not a normal... Does anyone have normal dreams? I want to see what a normal dream is like for once.
I mean, Point might be dreaming something though.
We can't find him though.
Morph. Can
It was
you
more.
do the door thing?
Oh, fuck you's got a weird god thing like us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Crayon door appears at the edge of the crime scene.
Thank you, Morph.
Thanks, Morph,
on the
you're
crime
great.
Scene, just to see what I can see.
What was it, Gwent?
Can I just do a perception check of the crime scene just to see what I can see?
Sure.
Not a bad shout.
Zormir, do you have an idea of where the crime scene was? What was the location of this dramatic battle? It's okay if you don't. We can hand wave it and fill it in later.
It's probably in one of the one of the alleyways between sort of warehouses. Because Junior was stealing something for part of that bomb.
Yes, this was early on when he was first putting this plan together and you first caught on to his scheme. Was this in Aqaba, or would you like this to be in a more exotic location?
It's probably in part of Aqaba.
Very well. Then let's say it was in the alleyways of Magic's Fall, the small town adjacent to the campus on the other end of the Ashma River. The buildings are quite low, but there are hovering towers over several of them that throw shadows down into the alleyways filled with arcane junk. You'd heard rumor that he was attempting to rob a prominent archmagi of a item, and maybe even you only came out of the alley after having chased him through a demi-plane dungeon vault that belonged to the archmagi. Your natural ability with the arcane is what allowed you to gain that advantage on your fellow officers. But Gwent, you see what you would imagine from, or actually, what a rather peculiar scene for you. There's an abundance of strange items littering this alleyway, but even though it is an alleyway, it seems almost cleaner, sparkling, or more light than anything else you've seen in this universe. There's, as you're even just looking around, strange broken artifacts that seem to glisten with raw arcanite. A very expensive, it's that large gems of red arcanite encircled with rims of white arcanite embedded into some sort of rectangular device with an antenna. And is
Are you rich, Zormir?
No. This is
I'm
just
just gonna like gesture at all the arcanite. So this is just laying on the ground where you lot come from.
Pretty much.
Kinda, yeah.
It's more available here.
Son of a bitch! All of you come from such a nice place. Oh, God.
I
hate you all.
I like the concept of this young...
the crime scene of a dead man.
It's such a nice place. Man being ripped in half by vampire in an alley.
Yeah, technically Zormir is someone getting
He's
ripped
the
up.
exception to the rule.
Yeah. But the guy's dead. So.
walks up to the side of Gwent and says, "Yes, a lot more beauty to the our world.
Oh,
But this isn't the most beautiful of scenes to portray it.
I just thought of something. Would Zome have his limbs back in this dream?
No, because this would be just after he lost them. So presumably, to walk around, he has given himself dream appendices.
Ah.
He more or less looks like he normally does in this one.
Okay.
He looks like he's normal Zormir, just looking back at the compared to the Zormir that's on the ground.
Yeah. Okay.
The sooner we can fix your ship, the better. Just
I'm
the
working
better.
on it. I don't know why we're here in this place.
Because
I'd rather not be.
because Junior blew us up.
Yeah.
No, I'm meaning here in this memory.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
think
easy.
more-
Lou was gallivanting in a field. Fuck you, met a god.
Fuck you, what,
Alvina had
fuck
a
you, you came to me.
Space
real
battle.
creepy dream.
Space battle with dragons.
Yeah,
I
and
have-
I was in hell again. But apparently, like, you at least are having a bad day. The other three, poof.
Yeah, we were at that.
I don't know. Mine was kind of normal, actually. This is all I. Mine is all I know dreams to be.
Apparently, 3/5 of the party are traumatic.
One's just along for the ride.
This felt a better traumatic dream for the darkness that's sort of enveloping us. It's important. Feels like it's forcing us to relive some darker times.
No, I think
Well-
you two. I think just it's in.
I think
in
it's a
Zormir's
personal
character to beat themselves up.
Yeah. Regardless, so fuck you is like motioning towards the crayon door.
Yep. Let's go through the
Okay.
door.
Okay.
See what Morph wants to show us. Thanks, Morph. Just thumbs up.
We should see if the point is like dreaming as well.
We already checked the point. We checked there first because they're next door.
Did we? Oh.
Yeah, they're literally the room
just,
over.
They are not there. They do not appear to be dreaming,
Mhm.
or at least
Uh,
there isn't a dream pod for them.
Yeah. So point
speak.
doesn't seem either they're not asleep or I don't know. They're just
They
not
might
dreaming.
be. They might be
It's not
practicing.
involved in whatever this is.
They might be practicing their cooking still. They've been sneaking
Alright.
out in the nights occasionally to practice for that weird.
Yeah, for
Is
Grandmother
that why I
cook.
wake up in the middle of the night smelling bacon?
That sometimes is me. But yeah, the point has been waking up in the night as well to go and try and perfect the stew I taught them.
Right.
You're teaching them to make stew.
They got into an argument with some grandmothers and they got suckered into a stew making contest.
Okay.
It's gonna be good.
So
I'm gonna try and see if I can be one of the judges.
past traumas for everyone and weird fighting for you.
The
I
sword.
understand.
It's the sword. I wave it.
So something
all
to do with Mammoth
Slowly
Night.
make your way through the door. You find yourself back in the dark cargo hold. Continue.
Why is this place so dark?
Don't know, but even look, I'm just like light up as much as I can. See? Nothing. Still clinging.
No matter how much light you introduce to the scene, it remains dimly lit.
Yeah. No idea. I think this is like the dream version of the ship. I don't know.
The ship
Mm.
might be dreaming.
Could be
Okay.
that.
I'm gonna pull out the device thing that and I'll have it on me.
Oh,
Yes,
good call.
as you think about it, you manage to pull it out of whichever compartment or belt you've stored it in.
Hmm.
It, as you last saw it, appears to be fully charged.
I do a quick scan round the room to see if it reacts with anything.
There is no
wait-
sound. It doesn't seem to react to anything in this area around you.
Well, at least it hasn't dragged us into the ethereal plane as well, where that thing was.
Are you
we're
sure?
in the dream realm.
Isn't the isn't the thing supposed to drag something into the dimension? If we're already in the dimension, would it just not work?
Zormir, give me an intelligence check.
Intellect check.
If I've somehow nailed the exact reason, that would be hilarious. Because...
You don't believe that would be the case. The creature appeared to have been traveling via the mirror dimension, which is, as you get really nerdy and into your textbooks, actually a distinct plane from the dreamscape that you appear to be in here. You'd imagine that while there definitely seems to be a coincidence overlap, that the two are probably unrelated.
Okay. And why are we in the dream realm?
I think Morph wants us here.
Hey, Morph.
Morph?
Do you know what?
You,
Can you tell us
you
why
around?
we're here?
As you speak out, suddenly what appears to be small arrows made of gumdrop sweets appears on the floor, pointing to the stairs up to the upper deck.
I'm eating the sweets as we're walking forwards.
Follow the hungry Alvina.
like a truffle hound. It's the reason we had to stop using breadcrumb trails.
Alvina just ate it all.
Ate it all. It stood at the back of the queue and just ate all the bread.
As you arrive on the upper deck, there is a soft blue ethereal glow overhead. As you look out into this dark purple expanse, you can see shifting lilac colors in the distance. But above you, the soft blue glow. As I get my little colors out here, let's have a wee.
Blue.
Appears to be emanating this ethereal light that is pulsing down on you, almost like a small star above the ship, casting the upper deck in a moonlight glow.
How far away is it?
It's hard to tell without a frame of reference. You're not sure what the size is, given it's just a ball of light in the air.
Well,
Morph?
is that Morph?
No, that's not Morph. Morph is looks like a little kid.
Ah.
Morph, are you wanting us to go to that or touch it, kill it? What do you want us to do?
As you ask this question out loud, suddenly to all of your peripherals, you see a form of a black silhouette of a child just off the kind of in the center of the room. Let's give him a little black dot to denote him, or to denote them. Here you go. You can just be there. There you go.
Hey, Morph.
In between the party, as with a little slate and white chalk, quickly begins frantically drawing what looks to be several of the stick figures with guns pointing inwards and firing at the devil head.
Right. So there's this devil thing.
Morph points to Lou.
Tiefling.
There's things with guns about to shoot Lou.
Yeah. So I think
begins nodding frantically.
Gotcha.
And then
I
points towards the bow of the ship.
Wait, is it control?
I look roughly where
Morph shrugs.
I look to where Morph is pointing, and I'm going to basically what you all see Alvina just taking a deep breath and then just fires a bolt of fire just out that direction. Just spits a ball of fire. Like just that way, like towards basically the top of the staircase.
Give me a roll 20 for a fate die. Let's see if the timing works in your favor.
So you've got superpowers
19.
in your dream as well.
Well, I always have this. I could just do this.
Wait,
can actually.
you've never done this before. What do you mean?
Yeah, she's got it
You
for
could spit
pyromancy.
fire at any point.
Yeah, you've seen me do it before.
I don't think we have.
Yeah.
No, don't believe we have.
Yeah, a lot of the time when she uses her fireballs, like the flame combat, she spits it, but this one is actual firebolt that she's doing. She's a bit more concentrated and has got longer distance. Yeah, 19. Bang!
As suddenly warping and almost phasing into existence from nowhere, you find yourself surrounded by these black leather-clad figures. As Alvina, what am I rolling for this?
Hey, it's just firebolt. It's an attack roll that I make.
Then roll me an attack against figure 1.
Firebolt.
As you all see appearing upon the
Nope.
bow of the ship.
Oh,
It misses.
You're unfortunately just phases through him as he's like on an out phase and then comes back
He
in.
goes, fuck!
Twisting behind them and then returning to look down at the party is the scarred helmet of figure 1. As well as 10 new agents. All of them do the little flick of their batons out as it begins to surge with lightning energy.
Oh, these are the ninja
right.
things.
Ninja lizards. Got it.
Ninja lizards. Okay.
As they don't immediately attack. We'll all roll. Actually, roll initiative while this is happening.
They don't immediately attack. Good on them, honestly.
But roll initiative anyway.
Oh, natural 1. Thankfully, I've got advantage.
Because they're gonna
but still.
attack in like the second round. But I'll give the leader as a little. He gets an initiative 30 monologue declaration, a little short sentence.
That's better.
D&D and Beyond's not working for me.
Roll
Not on my laptop, but I can do it on my phone.
What's your modifier for just a 0? Just roll
0, yeah.
roll.
Just roll roll 1d20.
Yeah.
And then we can just get you added. It's easier.
Yeah, just manually add you.
8.
What's your initiative modifier?
0.
0.
That's right, it is an 8.
Ah, there you go. All right, is that everyone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. As who here understands deep speech?
Me.
Zormir, I think, is the only one.
As figure 1 steps up to the brow and raises their hand, and a almost what appears to be digital screen in the blue kind of computerized text appears in front of them like a floating scroll. And in deep speech booms out with a gravelly, almost slimy voice, if it's somehow possible. Lu Grim, we hereby declare you are under arrest for breach of contract to the Senate of the Republic.
Lou, what the hell did you do? Breaching contract. What do you mean contract? What do you mean contract in deep speech? Back
Oh,
to
this
the
is
thing.
Lou's fault.
Yeah,
Okay,
this is
that's
Lou's
fine.
fault. Lou's being attacked by the freaking cops.
Oh, well done, Louis. It was your turn.
Yeah. This is kind of good. I like this.
Breach of contract. Not the right words.
We are not here to answer questions. We are just the ethereal agents assigned to the case to bring Lou in for his court date. You may take it up.
Apparently, you have a
Legal
court
system.
date.
It's just Alvina just like has a brick pause and just laughs sober. Just she just breaks.
As before we get into the top of the initiative order, as all the agents descend upon capturing Lou Grim, because apparently they had to bring 10 backup agents into this.
I imagine there was just like a squad standing by, and one of them died, and another one got half melted and just went, "Yeah, I'm bringing in the lads."
Oh shit, we underestimated the bounty on this one.
Yeah.
With that, we're gonna take a quick 5 seconds so I can go refresh my water.
Yeah.
Why? Wait, wait. You're a traveler from another world. Why do you have a court date? Why did you give them your ID?
Because he's
I didn't. I believe I know who did.
I look
So-
at Alvina.
I can't write.
You can't write.
Well, I sort of can. It's complicated.
It's lies after lies with you sometimes. I don't.
No, I can sort of write.
This is what you keep on getting for Assassin Control. When he comes and pops into your head.
You just middle finger for controlling someone's a bunch more agents.
Wait. I thought Lou was always kidding about being under Senator Control's power. He wasn't?
No.
No, it was some weird
I thought you
cult.
just had a dry sense of humour.
No. It was
no,
all in
I
his
think,
pamphlets.
Oh, I never read the pamphlets.
No.
I read one of the pamphlets once.
This is
It had a recipe. It had a recipe for gratin in it. Of course, I read it.
Is a breach of contract for forming your own damn cult?
For your own cult.
Back
If in
to
breach
Donnie,
of contract for your own cult would be kind of great. I also
You
can
have to
talk.
say that I
Google?
broke the contract between him and myself.
Ah.
Well, if you had broke the contract, how the hell are they here?
Also, how the hell do they know?
You must have some connection still to them.
I mean,
I
you don't
think
still
I do
talk to your old boss,
slightly.
do you?
But
Wait, who did the laundry in the past few days?
well, because some of it's still dirty.
Yeah,
Laundry.
maybe there's some control
What the
goop on your clothing that they're following.
Did you clean your robes properly last time?
Yeah, after the last blood
Yes, 'cause we
sacrifice,
went
did
for
you
dinner.
clean thoroughly? Did you use?
Is control goop an actual thing? Because I hate it if it is.
I don't know. I don't know. I assume Elder
In this
Control's like a
reality,
squid,
like-
right? So it's gonna be squid ink.
Right, I get some fresh water.
We've,
So
appar-
if your cloak dyed in squid ink,
we've,
is this
appar-
how he's tracking you?
we've apparently determined that Louis' pamphlets had a gratin recipe in, which is why Alvina's read one of them.
And he's competing with having his own cult. You should never leave us alone, Chris.
Yeah, you
just
really
make-
should. we should not be left alone.
You disappear for 5 seconds to get some more water and gotta stay hydrated.
In fairness, Lou's cloak is also dyed in squid ink, which may or may not be Senator Control's.
Yep.
Yep. Are we ready to get started?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Then, on breach of contract, come peacefully.
Come peacefully. The one at the top side-eyeing me.
What part of the
He
contract
actually
did
doesn't know you. He side-eyes fuck you.
Come peacefully.
I don't mean
Please.
he's side-eyeing fuck you. I imagine the one that I spat a fireball at is probably side-eyeing me.
No, because that's still figure one.
Oh, it's the
who's
same
one-
guy!
who saw fuck you like single-handedly murder his comrade. He has no idea what the rest of you can do yet. But fuck you, it is your turn. The agents are advancing on you with those same shock batons. What would you like to do?
Okay.
This
Fuck you.
party just has a problem with police forces.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is the anti-cops season.
Does fuck you recognize figure one from before?
Yes, they still have the scarred mask. You can still see part of the amphibian flesh underneath.
Fuck you grins at them. Draws his sword.
I'd also just as a bit for fuck you.
You've seen this before.
Move out of the way.
Yeah. So fuck you draws his sword
Ooh, for note, the flesh, for those with high perceptions, will actually just fuck you because you're only one aware of this in Lu. The flesh that was previously acid scar appears to have been fully healed now.
Okay.
God damn it.
It could just be dreams, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
It could be regen or it could be dreams. It could be either.
Dream
Yeah, so
nonsense.
fuck you draws his sword, and the golden glow appears in his eyes, and still wind strike
Again.
against
Yeah.
how many people is it I can do? Up
Let's see,
to 5 people, I believe it is, isn't
I
it?
believe it. It might be spell level, but
Oh fuck! My beyond she just died as well.
I'll get the
Yeah,
spell up.
I can't get on mine.
Choose up to 5 creatures you can see within range. Is a 30-foot range, and make a melee spell attack. So yeah, you can do up to 5.
Nice.
Yeah, so
actually, there's easily 5 within 30 foot of each other.
yeah. So the first one on figure 1 for 26 and 26.
26 force damage with a 26 hit. Damn.
Like that. Slash.
Second one, I'm gonna have to do this on the thing. D20 plus 9 for a 14 to hit the second one.
A 14 unfortunately doesn't quite hit.
Okay. D.
And if you bring up the dice panel, the dice roller, you can just click re-roll for the previous
yeah.
rolls. If you have to do 4 more.
Yeah. So it's a D20 plus 9.
Or at least 3 more.
Yeah.
A 19 does hit.
Nice.
Does hit, and what was the damage? It was 5, 60, 10.
6d10.
Oh, 1.
Just individual rolls. Hey.
Yeah.
So we'll do these
it-
in first, second, third. So how about this agent to the bottom?
So that was
32.
8 plus 24, 32. Yep.
He is bloodied. The bottom agent. Put a little red on him.
Cool. So that was what? 1, 2,
3.
3 hits.
You got 2 more.
2 more.
Go ahead and just roll both attacks.
Crit!
A crit.
And roll the last
And-
attack just to see if it hits.
A 20.
Cool. 20 hits. So go ahead and roll your crit, and we'll do this on the. I've been doing them left, right, left, right. So we'll do this top agent here, and then we'll do the bottom agent next to Zormir.
So the
12d10.
is
Well, that's only. Well, he's dead.
63.
He's dead.
And
Wait, where's the giant X? He dead.
the other one was 38.
And he's bloodied. So as you attack and slice into 3 of them,
Mhm.
and insta kill one of them. To describe what this looks like.
So, as people saw it before in the mirror dimension, fuck you like has a glow around them as he starts running towards them. He disappears, and then there's just like a golden blurb rushing from each one of them, and then he just pops back next to Morph here.
Morph gives you a little paper 2D thumbs up.
Thumbs up to Morph. Then bonus action, I am gonna give a bardic inspiration to Alvina.
Dankeschön.
Alrighty, is that your turn?
That'll be me.
Zormir. Dear God, what would you like to do?
Don't get in front of me.
Okay, well, you can go for the back ones.
No, I gotta go for all the ones in front. Don't get in front of me.
Well,
can
which
see-
were you considering front?
Like this line.
That way. That half of the ship.
All right, you pick the ones that are nearest to me, so I get if I do take someone out, I'm.
I can't pick. This is kind of a sort of a cone. You see what she's aiming to do? She's raising the purple sword. Let's go that way.
Right then. How far am I away from these guys?
Very rarely do I get a chance to hit quite this many enemies with a single attack. So.
Alright. I think I've got enough movement if I do get him, kill him one blow. I've got enough to move to the next guy.
Everyone's just kind of trembling, looking down, looking over at their dead ally. One ethereal agent dead.
They're gonna trample even more because I've shifted into hide form, so bulked up.
Mega cow.
No, when you destroy the ethereal agent, you get the same like pixelization and explosion of like a little pixelized box before they just like vanish. Because when you die in the dream, you die as if you're dying in a Pac-Man game.
Yeah. Imagine it's like if a Digimon like gets deleted. It's like.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm imagining the deaths in Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a 16 does not hit.
Right.
What would you like to do, Zomel?
Second attack then.
As you come in, a 14 unfortunately also does not hit. Was there anything else you'd like to do?
That's everything. Fuck now.
Gwen, what would you like to do?
Okay. Bonus action, Hero's Inspiration. Please, everybody, enjoy your 22 temporary hit points.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And a D8.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh, I had
enjoy
marked
with my
mine off
company.
from last time, so that's gonna be.
Okay, and then because I'm looking at these stun batons, I'm thinking, that seems like a bad thing. I'm gonna cast Aura of Purity on myself.
8-foot radius,
Just because it gives everybody a 30-foot radius of advantage against stun.
Nice.
Bonk.
Sure.
Oh, against stun.
Yeah, it does work.
Cool.
That's awesome. I didn't realize it could do stun.
Very useful. Gwen, is that your turn?
I'm just going to.
Back up a bit more.
Well, see, I
think
just
you're...
move away from Lou a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're safe from me, but I want to be sure.
You know, bad luck, Lou. Yep, that's me.
All right. Vina, it's your turn.
Okay, I think a 90-foot cone hits everything in front of me, right?
Yeah.
Alvina just raises the amethyst sword and just goes, Vroom! And just brings it down.
1,
with
2, 3,
singularity
weapon
slash.
3, 4, 5, 6. Remind me the save.
DC 20 strength save.
Strength. They had a +3. They don't have proficiency. No, and there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll let you get all 6 at the front. I don't really need the +3 then. I just need to add that manually. Okay, so I need anything above a 17. None of them get above a 17.
They all take 42 force damage. And are reduced to 0 speed.
Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, 20.
Give them, what was their con? It was +4, so we'll say if any of them failed a 10, which I believe just the 5 does. With their 2 health left, one of them just outright faints and depixelates. You know, it's just better to actually change it all to 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh, nope, the damaged ones were already bloodied. Well...
Yep.
And I actually need to roll all that because only 3 of them would have needed to roll. And then damage to you. I'm also gonna make figure 1 actually. use its reaction.
Ooh.
Let's do that. To take a dive behind this mast to only take half damage.
That is fair.
He's got a leadership role now. he's now a distinguished NPC. He has a scar on his face.
He's got injured, which means he's tempered now. He's survived an encounter.
Yep. But you pixelate 2 more of the ethereal agents. Leaving the others bloodied. Alvina, is that your turn?
Can I use my bonus action to try and just punt the one next to me off the edge with the hammer? Just backhand him with the hammer.
For an improvised offhand attack, sure.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Hammer.
With his 2 health, if you hit, I'm pretty sure you just win.
Hammer. 20.
20. They are gone with their 2 health.
I just BAM! Off the side of the ship.
As Lou Grim, it is your turn, and apparently you're wanted for breach of contract with the Senate. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna throw a couple of Eldritch Blasts at Figure 1.
Figure 1 is now in full cover, and you can no longer see him. They have begun cowering behind the mast.
Even the spell sniper?
No,
yes, because they have full cover rather than partial.
Okay.
Yeah, full cover is like solid wall.
Yeah, unfortunately, they also have the height advantage, and they're behind something while crouching down.
Yeah, they are very
You
hidden.
just can't see them.
Fair enough.
Got all these undamaged targets behind you.
Yeah. I'm weighing up my options now.
Or you can finish off the last 2.
You may be able to run up the stairs and just get him to half.
You actually might be able to just run up the stairs and shoot him.
Yeah, you would end up next to probably this guy, but gentleman's choice.
Could I get him from where I am?
This guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, easily. He's just standing out in the open like an idiot.
He's just in shock from what the fuck he just hit.
Yeah. I'm gonna be a bit of a hypocrite here. Couple of Eldritch Blast.
Breach of contract uses the contract breaching
So I'm
spell.
saying I'm gonna be a bit of a hypocrite here.
Go ahead and roll me an attack. As you're doing so in a gravelly and slimy voice that now seems to have a hint of fear in it. Figure 1 echoes out in deep speech. Envoy Grim! I repeat once more! You are in violation of breach of contract. Come peacefully or we'll be forced to use force.
I'm sorry, he doesn't understand.
He doesn't
I'm not
understand.
translating.
He doesn't understand deep speech.
As a envoy to the Senate and sitting president himself, you have been granted special privilege for a special court appearance in the ethereal realm.
Ooh.
Come peacefully,
Please.
please.
Somebody turned the lights out.
He's cowering and asking you to go along with this.
You just all hear this slightly
No.
like squid slapping sound. But Lou, have you rolled your attack yet? Where are these attacks?
They're not coming up. The first one was an 11.
First one is 11. Unfortunately, does not hit. Go ahead and roll me some more because you get as many attacks as your tier, which is 3 now. Roll me 2 more. You get 3 Eldritch Blasts.
Shoot him, Lou.
No, that's not coming
And
up.
to be fair, with the 2, I'm just going to assume it kills them if you hit. So I just need the attack rolls. But while you're doing that, because you
No.
What's your
unfortunately cannot
modifier?
get Figure 1, it is Figure 1's turn. Figure 1 has zinged out. And Figure 1 is going to do something with his turn out of line of sight of all of you. You have no idea what.
I'm calling for backup.
13.
Help. He teleports
gently
away.
poop himself.
As we're gonna do the ethereal agents that you aren't about to kill, and we'll leave that guy for last to see if he survives. So let's have some. Well, Alvina did do a lot of damage there, so let's have 2 run to Alvina. And
Did they pass their saves that are they outspeed becomes 0?
Oh, these
They
are the ones
weren't
from
ones
behind
getting
you.
attacked.
Ah, the behind me ones, gotcha.
Yeah, the ones in front of you are pretty much are all dead, but this one guy, which I'll deal with him later.
Don't know why it's not rolling on roll 20.
No, let's
That's
split
fine.
these up. Why don't you go to fuck you? Because they've been warned of how dangerous fuck you is.
Yeah, there's this real little bugger that can teleport around and stab people, and he's really dangerous.
Do slash roll on
Honestly,
here.
am I gonna put this guy like kind of in between because he might switch to fuck you if the other guy fails.
Yeah, Neil, if you're able to just roll on beyond 20 or roll on 20 or beyond, just tell us what
just
the
read-
rolls were.
It kept just coming up 13s. That can't be right.
That could be.
I'll do.
Probably
slash
is.
roll
The
here.
exact same number.
Yeah,
Yeah, it happens.
it's a dice. There's as much chance of it being the exact
I've
same
got to
number as
click on
any
the
other
actual,
number. So-
number, to hit.
Was it a roll to 13?
You guys-
It ended
you guys-
up 13 altogether.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
I think they both missed. So.
Alvina, give me 2 deck saves, and fuck you, give me a deck save.
I was about to say I just get advantage, but I think I get advantage anyway because it's a dex save. So.
Yep, that is true. You get advantage either way.
Yeah. I couldn't change
I've
it
just
to.
got good decks.
Yeah, I couldn't change it to strength by trying to punch the. Could I?
No.
Okay. Thought I'd ask. 23 on the first one.
But yeah, I'm gonna have the other guy switch to fuck you now that they've missed as.
Is it still? It was still 2 attacks on me though.
Yes, so 2 deck saves from you, and a second deck save from fuck you.
Second one for fuck you.
She's
Yeah,
just-
not as good.
16.
16's not bad though.
16. Yep, passes. I double check what the DC was. So all 4 of their attacks misses the party. As fortunately, they've targeted 2 of the most dexterous people in the party. I guess luckily for Zormir, they haven't quite realized how dangerous Zormir also is because they missed.
Yeah.
So that could play to the party's favor in that they're going to get a very shocking surprise in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
But all the other people failed, so their speed is reduced to 0, and they are going to be lying on the ground with 0 movement, kind of stunned.
In pain.
But that's going to be that. Fuck you. We go back to your turn then. What are we going to
Okay.
do?
These 2 that are on me.
Yes.
I'll just double check, see what I've got.
And Morph is kind of taking cover behind this central pillar.
Mm-hmm. They're shock battens.
Yes.
Do they look like they're made out of metal?
Mm,
They do, yes.
They do.
They have a metal chassis.
good to know.
Okay. Let me just double check to see which level I need to target to.
I think it might be level 2.
Oh no, it only ever targets 1. It just increases the spell damage.
Oh, fair
Fair
enough.
enough. I won't do that then.
Oh yeah,
I thought
I guess it's twin spell you could do. That would
Yeah.
do it. Yeah.
I mean, I could always choose my.
Well, fuck you.
Okay,
You'll think about this.
So,
Yes?
centered on the mast,
All right.
I am going to cast Synaptic Static.
Ooh, okay.
So, enemies within a hang on, it says each creature in 20 foot.
Yeah, imagine. I
Right.
think that's a
Everybody.
Yeah, that'd be everyone. Okay, I won't
including
do that
Morph.
then. Yeah. So the Still Wind Strike.
Just again. It's a good spell.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You can get all 4 of those guys next to the mast.
So that's a.
No.
Come on.
What was it? 5 guys?
Yeah.
Probably
12
get
to
the-
hit.
Oh, you can get that one poor bastard in front of us as well.
Yeah. So I'm assuming 12 misses.
Yep.
Second one.
Next 4 attacks. Let's go.
30, 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
And 29 damage.
Takes it.
Next one. 30, 20.
Takes it. Do some damage.
And 32.
Takes the damage.
Next one. Probably going to miss. 16.
16 does miss.
Does miss. Next one. 30, 20.
And this guy's just dead.
That's
He had 2 hit
1,
points.
2, 3,
That's 5.
4, 5. Yep.
Yeah.
And pop back where where I am again. And I'm this time bonus action give Zormir Bardic Inspiration.
As in a flash of movement, 2 of them are badly wounded, while the last guy on the ground just gets put out of his misery.
And fucking just
Zormir,
grins.
it is your turn. What would you like to do?
The Bardic
Party
can
is
be...
very quickly dispatching these agents.
D10.
Alright, can it be added to attacks?
No, just D20 rolls.
The
Alright.
the other bard, the Valor Bard, can do that, but
Okay.
Yeah.
not the one fuck you is.
You do have your D8 though.
Yeah, you do have the
yeah.
heroism.
Would you like to do anything before I announce the results?
Let's see.
Unfortunately, a 17 just misses.
Ah.
So DC
Okay.
18.
Okay.
They got scaly skin, maybe under that leather.
That hits.
19 does hit.
Yeah.
Alright.
Roll damage. Well, yeah, roll damage type.
Necrotic.
Necrotic. Yep. It takes the full 39 damage. And this would have been on the. Are you attacking the same guy?
Attacking the one.
Then they are. They are badly bloodied.
And I don't have anything for a bonus action other than I'll just say, why do they want to sue you, Lou? How bad of a contract did you sign?
A long time ago, I made a pact with Elder Control.
You fucking idiot.
You didn't show up for
He's
jury
more
duty,
powerful
did you?
here for
You didn't
some reason.
You didn't show up for jury duty, didn't you? That's your breach of contract.
I'm exempt from duty.
If only you had a lawyer that specialized in multi-dimensional laws.
If only I had a lawyer.
Oh, I got a lawyer. I feel like every D&D party needs a lawyer.
We do, it's
It
Lou.
is your turn.
We do, it's Lou. Lou doesn't have his own lawyer, though.
I mean, we have
Yeah.
rules lawyers, but they're different kind of people.
Yeah.
We have our lawyers. Our lawyer is Alvina. If it
Violence.
dies-
My
dies
client
before
is
it can sue us,
innocent.
then it can't sue us.
My client is innocent. He's free to go. What? This is
I
a
saw
Wendy's.
them murder all those people. You
This is
saw
a-
I'm gonna
nothing.
bonus action disengage, and I'm gonna make my way up to here. So I should be able to see figure number 1 now, shouldn't I?
You're also in melee range with Ethereal Agent.
Yeah, but I disengaged.
Yes, he has still partial or still 3/4 cover, but you can kind of see him crouching down here because the guy in front of you is kind of blocking a little bit along with the half the mast. He appears to be doing something on a almost digital screen tablet floating in front of him.
Sacred Flame, could I have a deck save from you?
Yeah, dick save, certainly. Just gotta double check what that is.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
fucking pathetic.
Oh,
That's such a point. Is he prone? Does that have anything for dex saves? I can't remember.
I'll give him disadvantage because he's kind of crouching down, like squatting while typing and stuff, a little bit distracted.
Yeah.
So that is an 8 plus 2, so a 10.
So takes the full massive 13 damage. And I'm just going to walk back down the stairs. He's doing something on his computer.
As you walk away, if you're high perception, you notice that his skin, while it does blister a little bit from the patch where there is a clearance, it only seems to blister a little bit, as he has resistance to fire.
It's not fire damage.
Sacred Flame is radiant.
So it is. Never mind. He doesn't have thingy to resistance to radiant. He takes more damage. Take that damage.
Thank God.
One guy took fire damage so far, and it was the guy swatted off the side of the ship.
Well, he had resistance. Unfortunately, he had 2 health.
To that 2 damage that it was fire.
Alvina, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to I'm not even going to rage.
Clearing away these guys now.
The corpses. I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to do...
For lose troubles, we'll say this guy did get hit once.
Yeah. I'm going to attack the guy that's not bloodied with the Dragon Blade.
Alright, go for it.
Reckless attack. 27.
27 hits. He takes the, is he taking the extra force damage?
Yep.
He takes the full 20.
Yeah. Second attack. Crit. For...
On the, Ooh, does he take the force damage a second time?
He does, yeah, it's just the sword. It's basically a flame tongue sword.
Fair enough.
Gets the legendary sword.
I'm pretty sure that's over 24, so he is out of here.
Yeah. And the guy that's left in front of me bloodied, batter up! Offhand attack with Smoldris's hammer. 26. Boom!
26 hits.
He is resistant to the fire.
This one is, he is resistant to fire, so he takes the, well, he has 12 hit points, so
Yay!
He's out here.
BAM! Uppercut!
Alvina, is that your turn?
That is my turn. She's gonna let the rest clean up. I think she's done a good job.
Lou Grimm, it is your turn. You've successfully Eldritch Blast the other guy. There's 2 bloodied people left, and figure 1 up that is still in full cover from you. What would you like to do?
I'll attack one of the bloodied ethereal agents.
Alright, go for it.
With chromatic orb.
I think we're taking
That
figure.
roll... no. 3.
Well, you do that.
No, that didn't work.
/R. And then
That's
space.
/R, not R/.
Yep. That is the business. What was your attack modifier?
9.
Cool. Then you're looking for a...
looking
for a 9. Roll me a 9. So keep rolling your d20s till you get a 9. But while you're doing that, the large cloud of blue ethereal light begins pulsing.
I'm back.
Here's 12.
And roll me your third attack to see if it hits, and then we'll distribute the damage. Now, while you're rolling that, remind me, do you get agonizing, or is it just a flat d10?
It's just a flat d10 for Lou.
Lou, go ahead and roll me your 2d10, and I'll distribute the damage. Alvina, you missed the while Lou was doing this. There was the light above you, the cloud of ethereal ghoul light, has started to pulse.
Okay.
With the second attack, the agent in front of you goes down. As another explosion of pixelated light, and suddenly you're down to just one last guy with 9 of his co-workers having been pixelized. Just looking around, kind of waving frantically the stick in front of him. Just kind of like warding off wild animals.
I'm not even standing next to him, though.
And Lugrim, I imagine that's your turn then with your 3 attacks. As we move on to figure 1 and Ethereal Agent, I'm just going to kind of do these in reverse order for dramatic flair. The remaining Ethereal Agent looks around at the party, at the deadliness of this party that has just single-handedly taken out an entire platoon of highly trained Ethereal Agents.
And
Without much effort, it appears as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm in deep speech. Go on a coffee break now.
As the Ethereal Agent pulls off his helmet, revealing the amphibian, toothy, mauled face of a gray, blue-skinned Slad.
Ooh.
Throws the helmet down on the ground, and then runs in the opposite direction.
Fair. You know what?
As you jump off the ship.
I think he just quit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Free hat.
I don't think you can take it through to the waking world.
We haven't tried yet.
You never know.
To be fair.
We
but
haven't.
as you've convinced this guy to quit. At the same time, Figure 1 returns at the top of the ship looking down at you.
Fuck you grabs a couple of the shock battens.
With the little screen floating next to them. And in deep speech, looks out, or starts saying before fully looking out, "Ha ha ha! Well done, agent. You've bought me a nut."
They what?
Looks over at the screen, just starts immediately tapping the screen.
Get me out of here! Get me out of here! Get me out of here!
As the blue light of the orb above you pulses even more. And suddenly there is almost a explosion or a shock wave of blue rippling energy that expands out at an incredible pace and washes over the party as everything appears to be the same with one exception. Alvina is now wearing her Spartan armor.
Oh.
As above you, almost kind of phasing into existence between you and the blue light, as if pulled from the dream of some ancient battle, is a gargantuan, ancient amethyst dragon.
Everyone.
As it roars down at the party, its high-pitched, screeching crystal voice.
We might actually have difficulty with this one.
Why do I not speak Draconic yet? Alvina just said. I need to really
Lou,
work.
I hope you enjoy your day in court. It's been nice. Bye bye.
So cute.
All you hear is a clang as Zormir hits himself in the head, going, "You've gave her another pet, for fuck's sake!"
He's so cute.
You don't understand it because I'm saying it to that guy. In
Oh yeah,
speech.
Alvin has not got any paying attention to anyone else. It's so cute.
You just
And
gave
as
her
the
another
ancient
pet.
amethyst arrives, Figure 1 takes cover and cowers behind the thing.
Now you can't keep it, Alvina.
Why not?
Too big for the boat?
We'll
Yes.
figure it out.
It can fly alongside.
Yeah, we can make it a little hammock underneath the ship. It'll be fun.
Let's roll initiative for the dragon. It's not too bad. That's 16.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Plus 7 decks, damn. Well, it might just have actually. It might have a boost. To be fair.
Who knows? Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
And there was me thinking I could use the charges to pull the figure one out of the dream. Now Alvina's going to want me to drag the dragon out with the charges instead.
Oh, this is fun. I feel like we've got enough time for one round with the dragon.
Yes, we do. Even if we don't, we do.
Yeah, because you can't tease Alvina like that.
Yeah.
Dragon appears, and that's where we're gonna leave.
As the dragon appears, it begins floating down alongside the ship. It's going to almost perch on the edge of the ship as the ship begins to kind of bow towards it. Moving away from the dragon is now considered difficult terrain.
I'm fine with this.
So it's moving to south side, or I don't know the ship. No, port side, starboard. I don't know what side of the ship is.
Port is left, starboard is right. So it's on the port side.
Aft.
Moving starboard is now difficult terrain.
Mhm.
As fuck you were the first to act as the dragon looks down at all of you and begins licking its crystal teeth, sharp as daggers.
Can
Its
anyone
intentions
speak
clear.
Draconic?
Not yet. I'm in lessons.
Glances over at Alvina, and you can see it flare its nostrils in rage.
Yeah, I'm not
Is this
grinning.
someone from your dream?
Maybe.
Right. Okay.
He's so cute.
Morph, can you, like, do anything? Can you, like, put it in a cartoon box or something?
Morph looks over at you, draws a little picture on their slate of a little box, slaps the slate, and then in the hand as it comes away from the slate, hands you a little box and shrugs.
Okay.
You're gonna throw the box at the dragon, aren't you?
Yeah.
There you go.
What do I need to roll for throwing the box at the dragon?
An athletics check.
Athletics.
Please nat 20 this, and it somehow do something.
16.
The box bops
Have you got a
the dragon's
D8?
snout and then
Um,
drops harmlessly to the ground.
I've got a feeling it wouldn't have mattered if it would have been an
Yeah.
extra D8. Just got a suspicion.
It's probably just like a drawing of a box.
It appears to have been a drawing of a box.
Yep.
More
Fuck you,
shrugs at you again.
Okay. Bonus actions, what can I do? Fucky's gonna grab Morph and run up the back of the ship. I don't think I can move the dot.
It's difficult
You
terrain.
cannot, which is why I'm giving Morph their own little thing for now.
Cool. And takes Morph out the back.
Set them to black.
It's
Yeah,
difficult
well,
terrain
technically
too,
black.
isn't it? Because it's moving away from it.
Yes, any direction towards this way or like an angular to it is counts as 10 foot of movement.
Gravity
Okay,
dragon.
Probably wouldn't be able to move that far then.
You're on the
Probably
stairs,
would've
probably, right? Somewhere on the...
Yeah,
To
probably
be
just
fair, it's not a gravity dragon. It's literally just like bending the ship, so you're having to like go upslope.
Ah!
Like it's literally sitting with its front claws, just like pushing the ship down like an iceberg.
sheer
So
weight.
you all slide towards them. Oh, that one should be 20, not should be 0, not 20. There we go. But fuck you, is that your turn?
Yeah, because there's not much else I can do.
Zormir, it is your turn. What would you like to do? The dragon appears to be getting ready for a roar.
Can I point the device at it?
You can.
Does it register it at all?
It is not. It is unrelated to the mirror dimension.
Well, no, you can't. I can't draw it here. Anyway, I'm gonna move forward.
And to be fair, you probably don't want the Einzmerson mirroring a dragon.
That'll be very unfortunate.
I'm gonna move forward towards it, so close enough. And
Roll an animal handling check.
That's what Alvina's gonna try.
I'd pat it on the head.
Well,
Patting is a generous term, what Alvina's gonna try and do. Bang.
I mean, fuck, he's the bard, so, you know.
Yeah, Alvina doesn't have proficiency.
crack.
A 28 hits, and you deal 32 necrotic damage to the amethyst dragon. However, as you do, you can see the necrotic energy almost permeate through its crystal body, the semi-translucent material that makes it up, and it seems to reverberate around in it, almost morphing and taking shape and recoloring into this purple energy as the energy seems to come back up to the surface in several places along its skin. A wave of almost disturbance in the air ushers out in a 30-foot aura around it, as I need Alvina and Zormir to give me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, you bastard, Zoma. I'm assuming I don't have advantage for any reason for this.
You do not.
Okay. Yeah, it wouldn't happen to be charm or something.
Nope, it's psychic damage.
Ow.
As Zormir actually passes. Damn, nice.
Eh.
Zormir, you take 0 damage. Alvina, you take 14 psychic damage.
Ow.
And a paracetamol.
As the energy pumped into the dragon seems to have reverberated back out, lashing at those nearby.
Ow. That almost cracked my temporary hit points. Thanks, Gwen.
Zormir, the rest of your turn, what would you like to do?
My brain hurts.
Fortunately.
I'm gonna roll the d8.
I hate you.
Ooh, nice. That is a 22. That hits.
Ah, nice.
Okay.
Don't worry, guys. This isn't a red dragon, at least. Well, that would have missed.
Radiant.
Radiant.
Radiant. Again, the bright glowing orange energy permeates through the body, and you can see very small cracks begin to form throughout the body. You definitely dealt damage to it. But the energy again cycles through the crystal body, starts morphing and changing into purple psionic energy as a wave emanates back out from the creature's surface. And I need you all to roll me. Well, I need Zormir and Alvina to give me an intelligence saving throw.
I hate you, Zomir.
I'm gonna flash and throw 3 onto that.
Mine or yours? Because mine's definitely fixed.
Mine, because
Yeah. 20 might pass.
A 20 does not pass. As you both take 8 psychic
No, thank you, Gwen. You saved me from Zormir. I'm at exactly. I've taken no damage apart from the temporary hit points that Gwen gave me.
God damn it, Zormir.
Zormir, is that your turn?
And this.
Dormy wants to kill Alvina.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you're not neither in its lair or in its regional.
How much damage was that?
8 psychic.
Okay. Ow. What was that? This is what I'm going to say. This is my last sort of thing.
Look at it. It just punched us back when you hit it with energy. What do you think it was?
Didn't hit me the first time.
It's your freaking tinfoil hat.
As we move on to the ancient amethyst's turn, and it crackles out in this high-pitched voice. Do any of you speak Draconic?
I'm learning, but I don't actually know the full language. Yep.
Nope.
Don't believe it. No, I'm just common and goblin.
Yeah. So unless I get
And-
the occasional word, nothing.
To all of you, you hear this high-pitched, almost like glass against glass echo out. As it begins turning into turning to look at Alvina.
Turning into Alvina. Oh god.
Turning into Alvina.
It's purple Alvina.
With its serpentine neck and razor crystalline teeth, it's going to take a bite at you.
Yep. It's probably gonna hit.
Let's have a look here.
Alvina grabs his jaws.
Yeah.
A 32 to hit.
Yep.
Now,
I'm not raging.
you're not raging, but you are wearing Spartan armor.
Oh. Okay.
Now, Spartan armor comes with a couple passives, particularly of the physical attributes of enhanced ability.
Oh.
So you have advantage on Constitution checks. You we're gonna ignore the temporary because you already had temporary.
Yep.
You have advantage on strength checks. Your carrying capacity is doubled, and you have advantage on dexterity checks.
Nice.
You also don't take any damage from falling 20 feet or less.
Oh, badass.
It also gives you a +3 to your AC.
Ah. Awesome. It didn't help, but it's awesome.
Yeah, it didn't stop that theory too.
I'm only 12 off.
Only 12 off. As it comes in with its bite, dealing 21 piercing damage, the crystalline teeth clawing into you.
Mm.
It is then going to use one of its claw attacks to grapple you in its claw.
Ooh.
Give me an athletics check, which you will have advantage on because for both the armor and because you're a barbarian.
Actually, I'm not raging, so I wouldn't upgate for barbarian.
Oh, fair.
It's raging that gives me advantage in all strength stuff.
Then roll me a athletics.
24.
As its massive crystalline claw comes in and attempts to grab and squeeze you, you actually find yourself pushing off against its strength.
I grab its hand.
This seems to agonize the amethyst dragon as it comes in with its other hand and it's just going to claw attack you. For a 21 to hit.
Oh. God damn. It makes it by 1.
For
Oh.
13 slashing damage.
Ow.
But that is the Amethyst Dragon's turn. It has gained its legendary actions, though. Gwent, it's your turn.
Just before Gwent's turn, I just remembered I've got my earring that allows me to ignore difficult terrain, so I would have made it up to the top of the stairs.
Oh, nice.
Yep, that's fair. Move yourself and morph then.
Cool, thank you.
Just grabbing a hand of this giant dragon.
But Gwent, what would you like to do?
Okay, well, I'm going to bonus action disengage and run the other way. Doodle-doodle-doo, doodle-doodle-doo. In fact, I'm going to go downstairs.
That's
But
fair.
I'm just going to say good fame, old dragony, before I go. So can I have a deck save?
Oh, you're gonna
Oh,
hit me again!
For the dragon?
Yeah.
Deck save. Is this a cantrip?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I don't think you can fail. Oh, 17. Maybe.
Then that failed.
He still fucking meets it, unfortunately.
Ah!
Oh.
What is your DC?
17.
You can fail on it too.
Eh.
Oh, that's quite fun.
And I'm
He
going
gets a
to
2 or a 1 if it.
continue downstairs and just be completely out of sight.
Total cover on account of not being on the same floor.
Yeah. On account of it's a dragon, it's the size of the goddamn ship.
Yeah.
But Alvina, it is your turn then. What would you like to do?
Well, Alvina is. You say I've got advantage on all strength checks, right?
Yes.
I'm going to jump onto the dragon's head behind its horns and try to
And give it
rodeo
scritches.
the dragon.
Alrighty then. Roll me an athletics check. And the dragon is actually going to use
That one
Dex for
miss.
this. Gonna acrobatics.
Interesting, it's a dex dragon. Oh, that was a really bad roll for
Ooh,
Alvina,
double
actually.
16.
I beat it!
You just beat it.
Yay!
It's a 15, and you are now rodeoing a ancient amethyst dragon.
I have. It's the second time Alvina's just been riding a dragon. An ancient dragon as well, actually. And she's going to basically just try to calm it down if that is physically possible.
I don't know if you know much about dragons, but generally when somebody gets on and starts rodeoing them, I think it aggravates them more.
Oh, yeah. She's going to try to
Yeah, but
basically.
you give it scritches.
Pretty much.
That always
Not how
works.
to train your dragon here.
It's worth a shot.
You are also wearing the armor of its mortal enemy.
It can't see
Who
me.
is actively it has an intelligence of 26.
But Alvina has an intelligence of 7, so.
You attempt to, and unfortunately
balances
fail.
out.
That's why I didn't roll anything. I assumed it failed.
It is now Morph's turn, and Morph tugs at fuck you and points towards the little slate it has with its chalk at the ready.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fuck you. Looks at him.
Morph tugs at you again and points to the chalkboard.
Oh, is it my turn? Sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's Morph's asking what it should draw.
Oh. Can draw a black hole.
Oh, and by the way, can I use the explosive rage to actually, does that give me... Oh, 1 second.
Morph looks at the white chalk and the chalkboard.
White hole.
Looks up at you with
He draws a
the
circle.
essence of a frowned expression.
Can
I don't know what it looks like. Zormir was talking about one. He says it sucks everything in.
Can Alvina, by the way, use her explosive rage thing to basically just get the damage reduction for the turn for what she knows is going to be just a lot of claws coming at her, probably.
Sure.
With a bonus action.
But Morph spends this turn in frustration, just confused by the instructions of draw a black hole with white chalk. Lou Grim, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Draw something that will help calm down the dragon!
Use the negative space.
Is Alvina shouts, imagine the dragon's thrashing its head around.
It is, yes.
Yep.
Draw some range for Alvina.
Dragon.
I'm very sorry I'm wearing this armor. It wasn't my choice. I'm saying.
I mean, if it's an ancient, it might understand common.
That's why it's Alvina's trying her best.
Lou Grim, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
So you can speak to it psychically.
You're facing an ancient dragon that seems to feed back any damage you deal to the people nearby. What a predicament you've got yourself into, Lou.
Let's go up and stab Figure One.
Decisions, Lou.
That was a semi-serious suggestion as well.
think I'll mold earth and make it normal terrain.
It's a ship.
It's wood,
And
and,
it's
that's
leaning.
not. It's also
Yeah,
not.
but if dragons made it difficult terrain.
No,
Yeah,
it's
but-
making it difficult to ring because the vessel's tipping. It's not actually.
Oh, okay.
It's not
Or
like
the-
Earth-based difficult terrain. He built stairs.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you had mold or wood, maybe.
If you had plant growth.
Then try Mind Sliver. I think you'll pass it.
Why is everyone attacking my new pet? Kill figure
What
one.
save am I making?
Intelligence save.
Well, technically, this one might help you in your endeavor.
A 34.
Yeah, that only just beats the 17.
Barely.
Good.
it rolled.
It could fail in a 1.
It only fails a natural 1, but it could fail.
This ancient, intelligent crystal beast. Lugrim, as we move on to figure one's turn, they poke their head around the corner and call out in deep speech. You know, if you came into the custody of the ethereal agency, you would have protective custody against any ancient amethyst dragons out there.
You dumbass, Alvina's going to try and keep it.
Man.
She's
I
gonna
don't
tame it
understand.
somehow.
I keep telling you this.
You don't know what he's saying. It's only me, and I've not translated it.
That's why Lewis just shouting
That's what I'm
abuse
saying.
up at the person speaking.
Comment. I keep telling you this. I don't understand. And I'm not expecting them to understand me. It's just the frustration.
God, one second. As you hear a couple technical noises coming out from the bow of the ship, and suddenly in this really weird computerized common voice, is this better? I am using a direct translation protocol for common. Whoa, what a badly programmed language.
Zoom
It's
in
only
it.
one day.
Well, infernal then. If you don't like common.
I think he's just figured out common. Don't get it weird now.
I will repeat one more time. Envoy Grimm, on orders of the Senate, you have been charged with breach of contract to the sitting president himself, or themself. You are requested to attend a court summons session where you will face trial for the breach of Declarative Decree 4-6. Oh wow, that's like high treason. Oh yeah, you're fucked. Violation and unlawful activity against the president himself.
He started it.
Look, Dragon, there's a snack behind the mat.
Please note that as a envoy of the president, you are automatically granted citizenship with the Republic.
Oh, congrats.
And can thus be tried for treason against the Republic.
Less congrats.
Oh, thank you.
You should also note that because of the high-ranking nature of your crime, your diplomatic immunity does not apply.
You had diplomatic immunity?
Huh?
You could have told us earlier.
The Amethyst Dragon eat you.
We'll take a look with the Amethyst Dragon.
It's fun so far.
If I can use thaumaturgy, I will say it. I know what this
Just
is
put-
going to do, but it's going to be funny. If you allow me to use thaumaturgy,
Yeah, okay.
I will reply, I already gave the president an answer. So tell the little baby just to suck it up.
You hear a gasp. I would never. Ah, that's treason talk.
I think he's
Tell
already
him to
far
put his
past
toys
treason
back
at
in
this
his
point.
pram and fucking deal with me leaving.
As we go to the final action before we come to an end tonight, Morph once more looks at Fukyu and points to the chalkboard in a "Come on, man! What do you want me to draw here? I've got the powers of creation. What do you want?"
Can we have
Asada.
dragon-sized muzzle, please. As always, it swung in that direction.
Yeah, can you draw something to like stop its mouth from opening or something?
He tilts his head at you.
Draw some reins.
But, you know, something
Okay.
that's not too harsh.
Yeah, it's something.
And begins drawing a bunch of squiggly lines on the chalkboard. He again does his once more clap against it and pulls out a very badly drawn crayon piece of rope.
Mm-hmm.
He hands you 50 foot of rope.
Yes.
Very
Okay.
badly drawn crayon rope, but rope nonetheless.
Fair enough.
Most of the rope we've got is badly. Basically, feels like badly drawn crayon because of how much damage it usually takes.
Yeah.
But
Well,
with
we don't know
that,
how strong this is.
we are going to come to an end for today's session of Trails of Dreaming Disaster Part 1. I hope you all enjoyed this adventure to bring in another prominent storyline for Lou. As Lou is apparently being summoned to court for breach of contract. Apparently Lou had diplomatic immunity. Who knew?
Yeah, it turns out that would be kind of handy. I think.
Not me.
Apparently being an envoy to President Control comes with some perks. If only Lou hadn't breached that contract so quickly. Who knows what you could have gotten up to. But with that, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. I hope you had a fantastic time. And I look forward to see you next week for part 2 of Trails of Dreaming Disaster. Can the party defeat an ancient amethyst dragon?
We'll find
Probably
out.
not.
Can we defeat it? Possibly. Can we tame it? Unlikely. But that's what we're gonna try.
And equally importantly, if you die in a dream, do you die in real life?
Yes.
Thank you all. Fingers because this has been Alterra. Until next time, good night.
See ya.
Bye.
Alright. You know, of all things that I thought we would be doing this session after what happened last session, me rodeoing an ancient dragon on the side of a ship covered in power armor, not what I thought would happen, but I'm okay with this.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
At the
And all
moment.
spells set for ghost hunt.
Yeah.
So,
Turns out,
not good for that.
ghost dragon. So is that brain dragon? But yeah, this
Dream dragon.
Dream dragon.
I also may have just noticed that we may not have had any audio throughout the entire stream.
Well, fuck. At least we had it on my end.
Yeah.
Which is a real shame because this has been a great session for like backstory.
I mean, what we can do is like if you give me the video download of this, and I get one from Wolfie as well. I can see if I can layer them on.
Mesh 'em,
Match
yeah.
the audio.
Yeah.
I'll see. I'll send. I'll see if I'll send the link. I think to it because I think my videos can be downloaded direct from Twitch.
Right.
Where as soon as after they've ended. So, we'll figure that. I'll basically message Chris because I think it should work. But yeah. That's all we got for today. That was hilarious. I did not expect that at all. This has been a real weird one. I also love that essentially what happened when walking into all the people's dreams, essentially you walked in on Alvina playing like VR Halo. More or less with her friends. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all we got time for. Thanks Chris, it was hysterical. I love the session. And thanks everyone else for playing. This was awesome. I'll be back on Monday. We'll be playing more Wildermyth, which is very fun. Yeah, thank you guys. Have a fantastic evening, every single one of you. Keep playing video games, keep it awesome. You guys are the best audience on Twitch. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Have a fantastic time. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.